first time in 20 whatever years I worked that I left at 11 o'clock. I got my room cleaned and
You
everything. It was by
quitter.
11.
Quitter.
No, I mean, I just got all my stuff prepared. I usually have to stay a whole day
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get my room because I have
yeah.
a
Okay.
big room.
Okay. Okay.
That's what she
Okay.
said. What?
Okay.
That's what she said. Uh, I was confused. I didn't know it was today or. I was confused. I didn't know it was today or. But now I'm here.
I'm glad you are here. And the stream is up, so that's good. Yep. Mod view. Seems like everything's okay. Seems like everything's okay. Seems like everything's. All right, I'll be launching officially here in a second just to kick off everything.
Check 1 2 1 2. Am I coming through? Check 1 2 1 2. Am I coming for stream at least?
You are.
For all right, good. For stream at least. I can't check. I'm in advertising. All right, good. For stream.
Oh, good. Cool.
As soon as I get a new job, I'll be able to get off that annoyance.
It's all good. All right, let's kick this thing off. If I can remember how to do this, it's been so long.
Just go eat. It'll be fun. No, just it'll be fun. I was eating cheese sandwiches. I'm good. I ain't starving. Look at
Don't laugh at Monkey just because we're listening to his private conversations. At least he's keeping it clean. He's not throwing monkey poop.
That's what he does in his off time. You don't know. Do you throw it at the shady ones in the back of the room as well? The ones that don't pay attention, never look up from their phones.
That's junior high and high school. I'll be right back. Hold on. Go ahead.
I had one in high school, teacher. They opened up their classroom and they said, so here's the deal. I don't care if you use your phone. You can play games, you can read a book, you can pay as much attention or as little attention you want in my class. The only thing I have to say is when there's tests, I don't want to see nothing out. And if you get too distracting, you get kicked out. Some of you here because you have to be, some of you here because you want to be. I'm here to teach the ones that want to be here. And that was their bit. And surprisingly, most of the class passed. The tests and stuff were really easy. If you even paid just partial attention and just tried, you would have gotten it.
That's basically college.
50-50 on college. There was like my aunt had one professor where everybody he waited till everyone showed up on the first day, then he gave everyone, I'm going to give out a test. If you fail this test, you fail the class. On the very first day. And half the class got up and walked out to go drop out of the class because they want a failure, they want to drop out on their record. And as everyone else left, he waited about another 5-10 minutes. He said, okay, rest of you all, congratulations, you passed the class.
Okay, are we good?
Yeah.
We are. I just want to make sure. I hate interrupting a good story, so.
You're good. But that was it. Everyone else that stayed behind passed the class. They passed the check. Cool. Are you actually going to give an effort into this class? Okay.
All right, and with that, yeah, sorry. And with that, we are live Welcome, everybody, to Friday edition of Agora Quest. I am Sean, your host. This is our Heroes of Kreistrich edition. If you're new here, welcome. Old hands, welcome back. Welcome back. For those who have been following the stream for a while, we appreciate your patronage coming back week in and week out just to find out if we're here or not. But tonight we are. So trying to keep a schedule anyway. Appreciate all of our players being able to make it. We are missing Corvin tonight. He's out DJing or something to that effect, but that's fine. Got to earn that money, exactly. Get the little beatbox going. But anyway, before we get too far into it, don't forget, as you watch the stream, you earn tokens. Those tokens are free, and you can trade those same tokens in for Nat 1s and or Nat 20s. Just click the little gold coin underneath the chat box. The little pop-up, you'll be able to choose Nat 1, Nat 20. Then just let us know in chat who it's for. Needs to be for a specific player or your humble DM. If you absolutely cannot pick one, then we'll just have a roll-off. And then the highest dice will get the Nat 1 or Nat 20. Those do not carry over from stream to stream, I am sorry to say. So as we start tonight's session, there are no Nat 1s or Nat 20s on the books. I think you guys had one left over from last stream, but you guys managed to complete the combat and everything else that you needed to do. So
Yeah,
I think there is no need exactly. However, if you want to help support stream and support the players or DM, as always, for every 200 bits that you cheer, you can grant advantage to a player or to the DM. Again, it needs to be to a specific individual, and if you cannot decide, then once again we'll do a roll-off. But those do carry over from stream to stream, because as far as I'm concerned, if you are going to spend your hard-earned coin supporting the stream, I am going to allow the players to carry those over. And as things stand right now, Hygel, you have 3 advantages. Ragnar has 1 advantage, and Tarikas has 1 advantage as well. So those do carry over from stream to stream. You can use it anytime. You can use them all back to back to back if you want. It's not just one dice roll. If you want to try again and again, that's what those are for, until you run out. So once again, I encourage you, if you're going to provide us with those bountiful gifts, do so early so that the players or myself have the entire stream with which to use them. And of course, you know where to go if you want to subscribe to the channel. If you're not one of those who wants to do any kind of recurring subscription, totally get it, but there is a tip jar as well. And I like tip jars even better because there's really no middleman. It's just you, the content provider, and maybe PayPal or the credit card company takes like a small couple dollar fee of processing. But it's not like Twitch, where if you were to give us say a $50 tip where Twitch takes 25 of it and we get the other 25, we get the whole thing, except for, like I said, $1, $2, $3. It's like some kind of a percentage, but we have been fortunate that some of our viewers out there have given us tips, and a couple sizable ones, in fact. And I love it because, like I said, I think, who was it? Troy Cannibal. He gave us like a $250 tip to get a stream deck, and PayPal took like $3 of it. So definitely worth your while if you like content providers, and they do have a tip jar. It's always good to do the tip. Subscriptions are awesome. They really are, and we appreciate the patronage, but really I'm just looking for the follows. Just so you guys can be alerted to our content when we come online. You can catch us every Friday, or every other Friday, like tonight. Every Monday we stream as well, and we will be streaming this coming Monday. Had issues this past Monday for some illnesses and some other things, so we couldn't stream, but we will be streaming this coming Monday, even though it is Memorial Day. So if you guys have it off, come check us out, and we will be there. Last but not least, if you're a Greyhawk fan, like we are Greyhawk fans, I encourage you to check out the Greyhawk Creatives page. That's twitch.tv/team/Greyhawk Creatives. And I know I said that fast, but you know, the easiest way to get all of our socials is just exclamation point socials. And you'll see where we are out on X, our Discord, our YouTube channel, the whole 9 yards. So if you happen to miss a stream, you know where to go where you can see all the old ones. And I would hope that you would do so. Go like and comment and follow us over there as well. That way you never miss anything that we're doing here. And trust me, you don't want to miss this shit show. If you want to learn how not, there's a lot of streams out there teach you how to be great DMs and great players and all that. No, we're the exact opposite. We teach you what not to do. And so you want to make sure that whatever you do, don't follow our lead. But let's talk about where we are and what we've been doing. Our party, when they came back from wherever it was in that castle in the sky or that tower in the sky where they were trying to recover an artifact, but in fact they end up losing the one artifact they had to this huge ass ancient dragon. They came back to Exag to sort of lick their wounds, and they were hired by a group of gnomes. These gnomes were in the southern Yatel Mountains, south of Paranland, and they had seen the party there previously when they were digging up Igwil's old stomping grounds, looking for some magic and artifacts that would help Ragnar and his family bring the rightful heir back to the throne of the dwarven Kund clan. And so these gnomes saw what they did and took care of business there, so they figured the party would be strong enough to help them out. And their issue was that in the mountains nearby the Gnome Vale, there was an ancient structure that was literally built out of the stone, this huge black edifice, massive 2-story inverted pyramid almost like structure, and it was literally built out of the mountain rock. And so it used to be, as the party discovered, it was a temple dedicated to an ancient dead god, a god by the name of Therisdun. And people don't say his name out loud because he is, for all intents purposes, the Greyhawk's version of Cthulhu, the chained god, he who should not be named. All of the other gods, good and evil, band together in order to strike him down and chain him up in the outer regions. And there he sits, allegedly sleeping, but maybe not, as little bits and pieces of evil and other signs of his existence leaking through the cracks of the plains. And the party has found this ancient temple dedicated to him. Well, the original owners had long since been vanquished. Hey, Excel, appreciate the lurk, brother. However, as I've said repeatedly, nature abhors a void. So in the absence of the original owners of this old temple, your average everyday run-of-the-mill critters start to fill the void. And so as time went on, more and more creatures began to make a home of this ancient temple until a rather salty, powerful frost giant moved in and kind of took control of the place, brought in a bunch of humanoid creatures to work for him, and so began to spread his influence in the region. And the gnomes nearby were fearful that these humanoid denizens would eventually make their way to the gnome community, thereby causing issues. And so they hired the party. They sent Hygel Craghammer along with an envoy of gnomes to ask the party come check it out. And so they have been systematically trying to clear this place out. And when last we met, they managed to fell the frost giant and his new Cyclops minion. And the majority of the other small creatures had been decimated And so those few that were left, a couple trolls, maybe a couple Norkers, they all fled out toward the north from where the party was. And so the party, licking their wounds, went back into the basement into a storage area, locked themselves in, and have since had a rather uneventful long rest, healing themselves, bringing themselves back to strength. And that was where we left off our last episode. Players, is there anything that I may have missed or any questions that you may have about my recounting of whatever happened? Or are we good to proceed?
Okay, I'm back. What happened?
Yep. Tarikas
I
died.
just missed it. I just missed it.
Tarikas died. He the elf didn't appreciate his attitude, and so while he was sleeping, the elf of your group slit his throat. No, just kidding. So yeah. So any questions or anything that you guys need to know or want to know before we continue? I will say that I am going to revert Corvin, who is not here tonight, into what I call zombie mode. And so I am not even going to move his token around. I may eventually kind of move him to keep him closer to you guys. But as far as I am concerned, when a player is in zombie mode, they do not fight, they do not get attacked. If there is some skill that they possess, such as he is a ranger, and so if you guys are outside and you need some kind of ranger stuff going on, I have no problem rolling the dice for him there. However, you might as well consider yourself one player down, and it's just the four of you plus plus Raldo. So other than that, that's all we got. Are there any questions before we get started, guys?
Yeah. So if Tariq says that mean we get Zadkiel as a mummy?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. So Zadkiel is out plane hopping through the Tovag Baragu. So all right.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? Anybody? Nope. Bueller?
Nope.
Nobody? All right. So with that, let us get down to it. As you guys keeping watch are fortunate that nothing has transpired this evening, you awaken from your brief respite of the recent days of combat, finding yourself once again holed up in this musty, dusty storage chamber full of crates and barrels of mostly rotted, there's some flour stuff here and some other things that might be considered okay, but for the most part it's what you would expect. Humanoid creatures that don't really care about freshness of food. There's no telling how long this stuff has been here, but you feel rested, you feel recuperated. Your spells have been, or your spell slots have been reset. So once again, if you have not given yourself a long rest, make sure you have done that. And that's where we begin. Where to?
Out the door.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah, because we cleared out everything, right? Back to where we were.
So you guys, you went upstairs, and you never really got any farther than the top of the stairs and that landing area because everything came swarming at you.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. We can still investigate that area. We go
That
back
is
and we cleared
correct.
out all the creatures there.
As far as
Yes.
you know, maybe there's stragglers, you don't know, but yeah, you cleared it out.
We know there are some big boys up there still. I do want to make clear I walked out with my weapon and shield ready to smack the shit out of somebody.
Okay. All right. As you guys watch Nilo exit out of your little storage room, heading her way to wherever she may be going.
Okay. Bring you over here. Oh, whoops! I accidentally grabbed that. Tarikas. There we go.
Oh,
Put the token in it.
Let me cast light on myself again.
Pardon me. Oh, sorry about that. I don't know how clear that came through,
It
but
came through loud and clear. Yeah.
sorry guys. That was sweet tea and pizza.
Josh, your token is right there, dude.
I don't see it. Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot that we changed the way it looked.
Oops, didn't work all day.
Oh.
Alright.
Taricus emanates
forgot we
the sound
changed
of
it.
a
I was
holy
like,
man.
I like it.
All right, up we go.
All right.
There it goes.
All right. You can see now?
Yes.
As you
Make
guys
sure my light was renewed because I don't think it lasts like when I sleep, right?
No, it doesn't now.
Okay,
All right.
that's one token.
All
I
right.
mean, one thing he used up.
All right. As you guys go back to the stairs, slowly working your way back to the top.
Waking my day down south.
None of my maps are loading first time, so I don't know what's going on. But once again, Ford just playing games with me. So you guys find yourselves once again back at the top of the stairs. You can see the numerous dead bodies remain strewn about the floor in this area. Up to the north.
Perhaps we should search. We should search the bodies for any clues.
I think
Don't find much on there.
I think you guys did do a bunch of searching. At least on the leader. You guys never ran because you killed the giant.
Grabbed his axe. I grabbed his axe and put it in the bag of holding and anything else of value, but that was it. We didn't stay up there and do a whole lot.
Right, exactly. And you see that there are like Norkers and gnolls and stuff, dead bodies strewn about this
Mind
whole
checking
area.
Raldo on the map for me, please?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just stick them all the way up here for me, please, so I can see it all. Oh, I was joking.
All right, so where are we headed?
Anything here looked moved or searched through?
No.
No. Okay. I'm going to tell the others, be careful. We did not kill everything. There is still some stuff up here.
Yep. So as you guys, as I said previously, when you guys came out into this area, you can see that there are doors obviously leading to the inner temple to the east and west. There are a pair of rather wide, 20-foot wide hallways running north on either side, to the left and towards, I should say, to the east and to the west. As I described previously, unlike the normal smooth kind of matte, flat black floors, the floors here are extremely highly polished and relatively dust free. You can see they're worn from movement over the centuries or years or whatever. But interestingly, the floor themselves are like pristine. And for the fact that humanoid creatures that don't care about cleanliness living here, it just makes it a point of interest that these floors are so shiny and black. Much like the walls that you guys looked at when you first came down the first day, when you cleared out the upper level and came downstairs that first time. It was actually your second foray in. The first foray, you cleared a bunch out, but you got beaten down, so you ran the hide. Then you came back and finished that off, then went downstairs. When you first came down on those walls, they were very similar, shiny black with these purpley veins in it. And as you stare at it, it just looks suddenly almost as if the veins of purple are moving like worms crawling through the earth. And it almost gives you a headache that you have to look away. That's kind of what the floor looks like here. Additionally, this area here, just to the north of where you're at looks to be some sort of a temple type area. You can see the floor itself is this a deep, dark, purplish flooring with these black and purple veiny pillars that are holding up the support of the roof overhead. And you can see that inside it looks to be like, again, some sort of a temple-like area.
Ugh, annoying to look at.
Is that something we could walk into?
Yeah, it's wide open. It's like there's no doors or anything. This is literally there's these round gray things are all 1 foot round black pillars that have they're shiny black, but they've got these sort of purplish veins kind of running through it. And as before
I went walking, I was going to roll religion, but
okay.
Finish your thing.
No, okay. Go ahead and roll your religion, and as you're rolling, I will describe where you're standing at right now. Hygel and
do what I did.
Nilo. Yeah, exactly. As you look up, you can see this area This area appears to be a long abandoned chapel or small temple, but in whose honor it's impossible to state. And Nilo, as you look around, you're not really sure, although you know that the markings on the door you guys remembered were of the Therisden. And your reason you knew that is because you guys had yeah. As you cast your spell, but anyway, you know that the temple doors had markings to Therisden. So even though you've never seen and you're not sure, as far as you're concerned, this is probably dedicated to Therisden just because of the fact of what you guys see. However, as I was describing, this area appears to be a long abandoned chapel or a small temple, but in whose honor it's impossible to state. The whole is 40 feet wide and about 60 feet long, with the far north wall being kind of concave, the curve being smooth and shallow. Small fluted columns of deep black stone line a 20-foot aisle, leaving 10-foot wide space on both the left and the right. Within the front 40 of this space, again, it's 60 feet long, so the first 40 foot of the place, all of the stone appears to be black except the floor, which is a deep dark purple. Beyond that 40 foot, or at the end of that 40 foot, you can see there's sort of a railing that is there. And it's kind of like if you've ever seen a church, at the front of the church, the separation between the altar and the congregation is usually some kind of a railing of some kind. In this case, you can see from the left and the right wall, this 3-foot high railing runs to the center of the temple. And then there's probably about a 3 or 4 foot gap that allows you, if you were to walk straight down the middle, you'd be able to walk between the left and right sides of the railing and get onto the altar side, right? So again, the far side of the church actually is where the altar is, but there's a separation there of this railing. Beyond where this stone railing rises from the floor, you can see a curved step or dais that raises up about a foot. And you can see, once again, as I said, the walls and the floor of this whole place, or the floor of this whole place, is of the deepest purple, with the walls and all being black. The aisles, and it's weird with your, I hope this doesn't take off the emanation of the spell that you're casting. Yeah, good, because it was sort of blocking the people's view of. So
sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. So where you placed a template is where it did it, right? So up here is where you can see the railing, and it kind of curves from the left wall toward the center. So right toward the center up here, there's a gap. Up on the other far side, you can see there's some kind of an altar, and then the wall back here, it's a curved wall. So that's kind of the overall description. But I want to give you the what they call the aisles run on the left and the right side. You can see that the 10-foot wide area seems to have been well used on the left and right side of this chapel, for the floor appears to be much more worn down than the center seems to be. The walls are as well are likewise slightly dished by the touch of many bodies. So you realize that so many people have been in here worshiping and whatnot that their bodies rubbing up against the stone kind of affects the curvature of the stone on the left and right hand walls, just because you can see the indentation where bodies long ago or maybe even recently were being rubbing up against the walls. But yeah, so that's essentially what you guys see where you're at right now. You don't see any other bodies. You don't see even any other creatures that may have gone in there. This place is, for all intents purposes, empty and dead and pretty quiet.
Do I detect anything with my detect magic?
Other than the magic items that you guys have, no. So it'll stay on, and then it'll go off by itself. So if you come into range of anything magical, then I will be able to tell you. But as of right now, other than the items that you guys have on your person that might be magical, no, you detect nothing magic.
Well, I want to jump into this area here. Go into this area, I should say.
Okay. Do what you want to do, man. It's a free world. All right. You move down the center, and as I said, right up here, you can see this curved railing separating the north from the south half. In the center, there's actually a little bit of a gap. It's actually about a step to your right. If you move one block to your right, yep, and then there's a gap like right in here, and it allows you to kind of move up into the north section if that's where you wanted to go. Cool.
And I roll for investigation to see if I find any weird things in here, maybe hidden or something.
Sure. Dang. 24. So the first thing that you notice is that as you begin walking into this place, you feel a cold chill, as if something is literally sucking the warmth out of the air around you. It's not bad, but it's still a little bit like uncomfortable. Nothing that you can't handle though. Where you're at up by the altar, you can see that the front part of the chapel where you're at is divided from the sacred portion by a railing. And as I said, this railing, as you got up to it, you can see it's kind of a puce color. So it's kind of like a pinkish purple, and it just really is an ugly shade of reddish purple that does not go with the black or with the purple. It makes it almost difficult to look at. You can see, however, that it is intricately carved and pierced. The work itself you find to be disgusting and disturbing in nature. Give me a wisdom saving throw, DC 10, please. All right. And last but not least, I would like for you to give me a dexterity saving throw, DC 10 as well. Cool.
I'm going to re-roll with one of my things.
Oh, you're going to use one of your advantages?
Since I
Okay.
got 3 of them.
Yep. Okay, go ahead. Nice, even worse, or even better. As it doesn't, nothing major happens, but one thing I wanted to note as you were walking through the open portion of the railing, your hand kind of brushes the railing, and you feel it feels almost like a slimy, wet, sticky worm is running across your hand. And you'd swear that the railing was alive trying to wrap around your hand. And as you jerk your hand away and dash forward to where you're at, you look, but it's just stone, dude. There's nothing there. It's not a worm. It's no big deal. You also, as you look at the far wall, you realize that this wall is actually made of a huge tapestry of some kind. This entire wall on the north is actually like a very stiff cloth. And as you get close to where you're about 5 feet away, you can actually see that there's like little gaps in it where you can push the curtain aside to move further north if you so desire.
You're talking about like physically, like right up
Yep.
in front of me.
Yep. Exactly.
You said there's a curtain I could move.
Yeah. So it's what you first thought was a wall up here isn't a wall. It's actually a curtain. Until
I yell back to the group. I go, "Hey, this not a wall up here. It's a curtain. I think there's something behind it. Anybody want to join me?"
Well, I'll go.
Okay.
Yep, where's the entrance?
There you go.
There it is.
Nilo, and I need Nilo and Ragnar to please give me a DC 10 dexterity saving throw.
I blame you.
All right. As you both pass through the gap in the railing, no problem. As you get to the other side, as I described, the railing, as the posts of the railing are made of like this puce-colored, pukey, reddish green, or reddish purple kind of a color. Tarikas, if you would be so kind, please, as to give me a DC 10 dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. Dexterity.
All right. You move your way up the left-hand side, but you can see, as I described previously, the floor on this side of the stanchions is much more worn than the middle floor. So as if people never really walked down the middle, but the churchgoers tended to stay to the aisles to the left and to the right. But you find yourself moving up that left-hand side. But anyway, as I was saying, the whole railing here that separates the north and or the altar side from the congregation side to the south, that railing and all of its stonework, there's a lot of interlacing imagery that is extremely disturbing, to say the least. Like I said, it's like twisted. It's intricate. It's tentacles that are sort of intertwined, serpentine bodies, like human bodies that are like elongated looking and serpentine looking, almost sort of twisting around these worms and other strange otherworldly figures. And this entire railing, the meshwork of the railing along through the stones and whatnot, is just something that's disturbing to look at, and the longer you to look at, the more your head starts to throb. You almost have to look away. But on this side, you can see that there's an altar sitting up on a raised section. The altar itself is semi-concave, as if it's shaped, and there's shapes for like a body, for legs and whatnot, and a head to rest itself at one end of it. And you can see that it is stained dark with dried blood from the centuries of sacrifices that have been conducted in this chapel on this particular altar. But as Hygel mentioned, as you get to the north side, what you first thought was a wall, you see is actually a rather stiff hanging tapestry, and you can see that it's like a huge set of curtains, like Jimmy Fallon curtains, where they have to step out from behind the big huge stage curtains. That's almost what it's like as they hang down, but they were so motionless and so stiff that it almost looked like stone from a distance. And last but not least, all of you also, much like I described to Hygel, feel this sense of chill sort of coming over you as you walk through this chapel, as if there's like no heat being given off anywhere except from your body, and the cold of the air is like sucking it away, causing you to have little shivers running up and down your spine.
So it's almost like this curtain doesn't look like it's been touched in a very, very long time.
That is correct. And give me an insight check, please, Hygel. Yes, doesn't look like it's been touched in a long time. All right.
Well, let's move this thing.
Okay. As you move it, go ahead and try to move forward to the north. As you step through the curtain, you realize that there is a chamber on the other side. I need a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, please. Nilo.
Yep.
Nilo or everybody?
Nilo. All right. Let me see. I don't know why you should have. Did you not get anything pop up in your chat?
For me, it did pop up. I just noticed it after I rolled it.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll it through here, even if you fail, you save. That's okay. As you
Look at a little bar that says what happened. That's pretty cool.
Yep. As you step up, Nilo, and I have to give you 17 back, so you should be at 61. What's your max, Nilo?
60 something.
Yeah, I think yours is 68, so you actually
68.
Yeah, so you took 12 hit points of damage, so that should leave you at 56. As you step closer, Nilo, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Yeah, not investigate. Well, either one. Investigation percent. Okay.
Is it perception?
Well, I'm double checking. It should be. I think it's investigation. Sorry.
If it's perception, Raldo can also roll.
No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's. Where is it? Damn it. DC 13 con save. We're half damage. We already did that. What's your passive wisdom? Your passive perception check.
My passive perception is. It doesn't list it immediately.
I think I've got it.
My it's 10. My
10?
passive
Okay.
perception is a 10. Raldo's passive is a 15.
Yeah, this has to be yours, not his. Because if yours doesn't beat it, then you have to actually roll, and it was actually a DC 15 nature check. So, but you would have failed that as well anyway, so you rolled a 4, so that's fine. Anyway, as you step up to now, first of all, this place on the other side of the curtain is old, dilapidated, and falling apart as far as you can see. There's a door leading to the other side of the chapel right here. But what makes it worse for you, Nilo, is you felt this cold going on. You stepped over to this side of the room, and suddenly it's as if some massive blizzard has just washed over your body, and the intense cold is so heavy that it literally causes damage of frostbite to your extremities, causing you to stagger back a couple of feet. And you can see that this entire room on this side is covered in mold of some kind, and as you stepped into it, the mold itself apparently sucked all of the warmth from you, causing you 12 hit points of damage, cold damage.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, Ragnar, I need you to please give me a hit the little thing on the chat bar. I just sent you a roll request. Thank you. And as you failed your save and you you passed your save, and I'll have to put those back. So
Why are you guys complaining?
Yep. As you step up, Ragnar, give me a nature check, please. With advantage, because I'm going to say that dwarves would know about this because it's underground a lot. As you go to step up, Ragnar, I'm going to give you the benefit of doubt with the +1 there, just because I think you would know. As you step up, Ragnar, too late do you realize that there is a huge patch of brown mold stretching from where this desk is almost to the railing to the south. And you know that brown mold is a deadly mold that sucks all warmth from everything to the point that it actually causes damage. And you suffer 13 hit points of frost damage as you step into the within 5 feet of this. It's suddenly like stepping into a blizzard, or a magic user casting a cone of cold on you. It's like, where the hell did that come from? And
what are you guys doing over here?
I walked through the tapestry and all the heat was sucked out of me. I have no clue what happened.
It's the mold.
The
Get
mold?
rid of
It
the
looks
mold.
brown for the mold.
yes, as you look, you can see what he's talking about.
Now I can roll a nature on that, I'm guessing.
Well, no, that's when I like I said, I converted yours from your perception to a nature, and it still would have failed anyway because you needed needed a high score. But now that he tells you what it is, you realize, yes, there is brown mold completely covering this area. Really quick though, sorry, go ahead, ask your question.
Would I know if burning it was a bad idea?
So let me double check. For that, give me a true nature check. I want to see, because that's a separate thing.
Burning it is a great idea. No, I'm gonna fall back on the default of mold. Any type of dangerous mold usually releases stuff in the air when it gets damaged, and burning it probably will do that too. Whether it's true or false, so she's gonna take the safe road. We just need to back out of here.
Hang on just a second. I want to make sure on something. So what did you? Yeah, you rolled a 5. Yeah, you have no. As far as you know, it's fire is the only way to kind of destroy mold. But before you guys get too much further, I want to give a quick description of this little sanctum that you guys came in. This room is similar to the others that you've seen, for it's all of black stone. However, there remain bits of rotten carpeting on the floor, and it appears that a tapestry must have rotted and fallen from the west wall, for there's a moldy heap of something there. There's a door to the east and a door to It's upside down? No. Hang on. Is there a miss? There's not a missing door in here, is there? No. Oh, I think they're talking about a different door. This dumb. Anyway, I guess they thought they originally had a door to the south, but why are they saying there's a door there? Because there is no door there. It's bizarre. TSR and their old school adventures or whatever. But anyway, there's a door to the east, and you can see both can be barred, or this it can be barred from this side, but it's not. So the door to the east, it has a bar to prevent somebody on the other side from opening, but you can see that the bar itself is not in place. The furniture, you can see there's several decayed chairs scattered here and there. A rotting divan lies in a heap next to the east door, and several low stools surround the place on the floor where lilac-colored stones have been inset to form a two-tiered pyramid, which you immediately recognize as a symbol to he who should not be named. Near the stools, there's also a small table with a great amount of dust on it. So other than that, you guys don't see anything worth anything. But now is the time if you guys want to like check and stuff like that. It's how long? I am going to say, how long does detect magic last for, Nigel?
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
actually, I lied. Let me look.
because it's like your spell doesn't appear to be working. It looks like it timed out on you.
Give me a second. I have to check. It looks like my game just crashed. I had to reload the world.
It's all right, no worries. But Nilo, as you back out, the curtain closes and you can no longer see your two companions on the other side.
If something happens, holler.
Yeah, up to 10 minutes.
All right. So as you move into this area, you detect in and amongst the refuse over here along the east wall. As I said, there's like an old table and an old rotted divan, which is a couch, sitting there. You detect a faint dweemer of evocation magic coming from somewhere within the refuse.
I'm going to search through it.
Okay. Give me an investigation check with advantage.
I hope I pass with a plus 11.
All right. As you search through inside the refuse, you find a little small jet box, a black box, and you can detect the dweemer of evocation coming from within.
Does it feel evil at all or anything?
You can't detect anything like that. You just can detect if it's magical or not.
I'm going to slowly try to open it.
Okay. You slowly open it, and inside, you can see that there are 5 little small round beads. They're probably about I don't know, a quarter or a little more than a quarter inch around, maybe like a half inch around or something like that. So they're sort of a shimmery pearl like color. Each one of them is the exact same, but there's 5 of them laid inside this black box, and there's padding on the inside to hold them all still. So but yeah, each one of them radiates the same. Like I said, it's an evocation type magic.
I will have to figure out what this is when we leave. Or maybe it can be used as a puzzle somewhere.
Maybe. Ragnar, anything that you wanted while you're up there?
Honestly, I'm worried they're gonna find more mold. So I'm watching the no
Right.
very, very closely before he does something stupid.
So as you look around, the only patch of mold you can see is that's I don't know why it's weird. That's not. Thought it would show it to you guys, but apparently it doesn't. Doo-doo-doo. Yep. So it doesn't show it, but it's a little square that goes from the table, from this table right here down to about right here, and it extends out about 6 or 7 feet off of the wall. So here's the edge of it off the wall. So right where this little brick is right here, this little picture, that little square in that region right there. Actually, it'd be kind of interesting. Why don't I just do this and be smart about it? So. That is where the block of mold is that you can see. The rest of it is straight refuse. Anything else that we want to do? Anybody, Bueller?
Through that door, right?
There is a door right behind you and Hygel.
I want to go through that door.
Okay. You open the door and you find yourself on the other side of the word I'm looking for. The other side of the temple offices, if you will, if that's what you want to call it. Let me see if this has a description that's any different from the other one. Yeah, this one has a little bit of a different description. This appears to be some kind of a vestry, although it's not certain. It was probably the robing room for the clerics who once dwelt here and served their unknown deity. The rotted remains of several closets on the east wall line the east wall, and there appears to be vestments of indeterminate stuff moldering away there also. There is but one door. It's kind of strange. Yeah, there is no other door except the one you just. It's like they think there's 2 doors in each of these rooms, but there's not. There's only like one. So I don't know what they're thinking of. I'm even looking at the original map. And I'm like, there are no other doors in this room, so I don't know what the hell they're thinking of. But anyway, there is a heavy bronzewood door you guys just came through, and on this side it also has a corroded bronze bar with which to secure it from this side. This place, like the other side that you guys are looking at, doesn't look like it's been touched in a really, really long time. So even the denizens of this place do not appear to have ever been up here. So it probably gave them some kind of a weird vibe. But yeah, doesn't look like they've been up here.
Does my detect magic or anything sense anything while we're in here?
Probably not. I don't think so. I am gonna say yes. You actually, which is very interesting, by the way, you detect magic coming from the other side of the north wall up here.
I'm gonna investigate this wall.
Okay.
Want me to roll a check for it?
Yeah, give me an investigation, please. As you're investigating, you find what appears to be a hidden latch opening up a secret door in the north wall.
Before I open up that latch, I'm gonna go back to Ragnar and let him know. I go, I found this weird latch over here that looks like it could be a secret entrance. We should grab the rest of the group and investigate. Because I sure as hell ain't going in here alone.
Yeah, probably a smarter idea. I whisper like we're children to the back of the group.
Okay.
Guys, come on. I think we found something.
Nilo, you can hear whispering coming from the other
I
side.
found something.
Nah, I think I said it right.
Is there any mold to this side?
No, you do not see any mold on this side at all.
Well, I was asking through the curtain before I walked through.
Oh.
Well, it says on the wall there.
Well, there's not now. I put you through the wall.
Oh, okay. So I can walk through walls.
You can.
My next man.
I should, once again, I should have done, I could do a freestyle draw freehand.
Where's Tarikas?
He's coming. Hang on. I want to look at something and see if I can. Yep, that's exactly how it is. So I just drew the railing, and you can see the gap in the railing. That's the area you can walk through. So as you step through the heavy curtain on the other side, you can see what I described before. And as I said, you discover this secret door on the other side. Sorry, my map is freaking out on me. Give me a second here. This is killing me. All right. So see if I can. Not giving me the. This is really frustrating me. All right. So 4, 5. Let me scroll back up here because this description is way up here. There we go. All right. So as you open up this secret area, you can see that inside it's some sort of a strange closet. You can see it has strange hooded robes of the deepest, darkest purple. You can see 2 iron thuribles with iron chains and an iron box. Everything appears to be unrusted. Everything in here also gives off an abjuration type of a magic, along with a little bit of alteration and invocation. So there's several different magics coming off of whatever it is that you happen to be detecting.
Do these robes look like something we may have encountered before, like a cult-like activity?
Nothing that you've encountered before that you are aware. No.
What about Naila?
Nope. None of you guys.
Several cults.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Although it does, there's a couple of things that kind of stand out. Now, a thurible is one of these things that swing at the end of a chain, almost like an incense thing that sort of burns at the end of the chain. And like the old priests and cults would walk down the aisle and they'd swing it back and forth and it caused smoke to go everywhere and blah, blah, blah. So you can see that these thuribles don't appear to have anything in them. But let me give the kind of like the full thing here. Anyway, this secret closet contains 3 strange hooded robes of the deepest, darkest purple, 2 iron thuribles with iron chains and an iron box. All of the iron that you see here is unrusted. So that's kind of the second thing that catches your eye, is that this stuff is all in very, very good shape, as if it's not affected by time whatsoever. Your detect magic spell reveals the Dwemer on all of these items that are in here. The robes have abjuration on them. The iron items have abjuration on them as well, and there's a faint alteration / evocation coming from the iron box. The robes themselves you find strange because they're extremely long. As you kind of look at them, you estimate them to be about 7 feet long. But they have belts that can be tied around the middle to keep them from falling off you, I guess. And you can see that the hems appear to be adjustable in such a way that you can keep them from like dragging on the ground behind you. The sleeves themselves are so long that even if you adjust this thing so that it fits relatively okay and it's not dragging on the ground, the arms are so long that they would, if you put your arms down, the sleeves would hang all the way past your hands until they're about maybe a foot off of the floor, right? So extremely, it's like somebody wanted you to be completely covered in these robes while you wore them. While each robe, or with each robe is a long pointed hood whose front and back points reached well beyond your torso. So think of I hate to say this, but think of a KKK hood that comes all the way down your head, and instead of stopping at your neck, goes all the way to your torso, right? So the front and back pointy parts of the hood, where normally they would stop like right at your chest, they actually go all the way down to completely cover your torso. And each hood has narrow slitted eyes for eye holes. On the front and back of the hood, so if you think of the hood, it's got a pointed top, and it has a pointed front, and so like I said, you can pull it down over the front of you. The front and the back of the hood have that same two-tiered pyramid symbol sewn into it. So let's see. Yep. Other than that, yeah, you guys, I mean, that's enough. So I'm sure you guys may have questions, but there is that the box itself is not radiating any kind of alteration or invocation, but whatever's inside the little iron box is what is giving off this alteration invocation. So there's something inside the box, but you can see that the box has no lock, no key, no way to open it that you can see, Hygel.
Now, even though we can't see a way for it to be unlocked by, do I notice maybe 5 spots that would fit 5 small little beads?
No.
Now, is this something that could be opened using the knock spell?
Maybe, perhaps.
I'm going to try using knock before I inevitably try on these robes.
Okay. Go ahead and cast your knock spell, please. As you cast the spell, I love the effects, man. As you cast the spell,
that was a spell effect.
Yeah.
I thought that was one of us just knocking.
No, that was. It was Hygel's spell effect.
I like that they're like it's making it more intuitive and it's making it more fun having all these extra effects. I really like it a lot.
Yeah. As you cast it, it opens up. Suddenly the box, you see a small seam appear in it, and you hear a click sound, and you're able to lift the lid. Inside, you can see there are, as you do a quick count, 18 small little black globes. And interestingly, these little small balls of black that are inside the box look to be about the exact same size as the thornbills are.
Like they would fit inside them?
Yes. If you were to open up the little thornbill, so maybe they're incense balls or something, but you've never seen incense that's like a black ball like that, but it's quite possible.
Let's just grab one of them and throw it in there and try to see how it works.
Okay.
Just one of the orbs.
So you take hold of the Thurnbull, and you futz with it for a second, and you finally find a little latch that opens up, and it has a little hinge on it. So the top of the Thurnbull is sort of like an upside down, or like a bell. Think of like the Liberty Bell. It's like that kind of a shape, but it's got a bunch of holes in it, so that if incense burns, it'll sort of seep out the holes and stuff as you're swinging the thing. And the bottom half, as the latch opens, you can see there's a little grooved bottom, and the little one of the black balls fits perfectly inside it, and you close it, and that's it.
I'm gonna wield it while trying to wear one of these robes and see if something happens.
All right, so you put on the robes, and interestingly, it begins to adjust slightly to fit gnome size. But it's still huge on you. Your arms still drag almost, or the sleeves go almost to the ground. The hood covers your head, and it still goes all the way down your chest and the back. However, as you put on the robe, it becomes instantly warm. You no longer feel any of the chilling cold of being in this chapel. And you start swinging the thing, and does not appear to be doing anything.
Well, I'm going to let Nilo know about... Hey, Nilo, you remember when you got that cold sensation?
Yep.
These robes nullify it. It's pretty cool.
And what's the point of having them inside?
No, but it might be worth taking them.
Fair. She's going to grab one.
Okay.
Probably cursed. You better check to make sure they're not cursed.
She has not put it on, but she will take one. She'll look it over later.
Okay.
It's all right. I'm the guinea pig. I tried it on already.
That don't mean shit.
Now, if I investigate this little closet area, because we assume, based on the room previously, that no one has been in there in so long, we find it strange that this closet would seem like someone went in there more recently based off the way the clothing and stuff is. Can we investigate this closet? Maybe there's another entrance on how they got in there?
Sure. As you investigate, your instincts prove to be true, gnome, as you find another hidden door in the western wall.
I'm on a roll tonight.
Damn.
We found another entrance. It explains why this room is fresher than the room that we were in previously.
As you look into whatever may be on the other side, you can see that there is another room that's about 20 feet square. There's a fine layer of dust on the floor, but otherwise, it appears as if it's a normal room or a normal hidden chamber. One of the things that you do note is that from where you are, the room on the other side of the door, when it opens, has a very low ceiling. And you realize that on the east and the west, this room is actually underneath the stairs at the far end of the temple where you guys first came down. So when you guys were outside and you came into the upstairs and fought all those creatures, then you came down those stairs, this room is under those stairs. If you kind of look at
explains how they heard us coming so easily, possibly.
Again, there's a fine layer of dust on the other side in this room, and it doesn't look like anybody has been there for a really, really long time.
This is strange. I can walk into this room though, right?
Yes, you can. Yeah, it's you're easy to walk in there. Now, as you look, in the floor, you can see that there is a shaft leading down approximately 5 foot square. There are heavy bronze rungs along the south wall of this room, and they start at the ceiling and they go all the way down into the shaft. The shaft itself leads into darkness, and you have no idea, but it is eerily quiet up here.
Now, is this shaft kind of like a dumbwaiter shaft where someone can pull you up? Or
No, it looks like you climb down, like the iron rungs.
there's a ladder or anything around to climb down?
No, it's iron rungs are set into the wall, starting at the ceiling and going all the way down into the shaft as far as you can see. So there's an iron ladder built into the wall leading down.
Okay.
Don't go down yet. Raldo. Let Raldo go take a look first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's scout it out somehow.
Yep. All right, Raldo. Time for you to go down and give a warning. And I'll call you back if something's about to hit you.
Okay.
Just make sure you tell me before it hits you.
Whatever.
When does that ever work?
DMs work.
All right.
No. The last time I tried to do that,
as
he's flying
Raldo,
around and I just smacked the shit out of it.
As Raldo disappears into the darkness, sort of swooping down as best he can, since it's only a 5 foot hole leading down into darkness.
He is size tiny.
After a few moments, you suddenly lose your ability to communicate with him as he is more than 100 feet away from you.
Okay, I'll wait for him. Do you want me to roll his perception and stealth?
Suddenly, you lose. I mean, you don't know what happens, but after 100 feet, sorry, go ahead.
This would be more for him trying to find stuff and avoid getting whacked.
Yes, go ahead and give me a perception check.
All right.
Wyatt rolled it twice, but as
he has advantage on those.
No. So okay, you only needed to roll it once. That's fine.
Oh, the other one was a stealth.
He's
been
the second. Okay,
one
gotcha.
Too many times on the whim.
Yep. Raldo, even with his perception, his vision, he has 120 foot dark vision.
Yes. Yeah. 120 foot dark vision.
The deeper he gets, even with his infravision, it begins to become so cold as he gets down that he has to turn around and come back up because he can't see anything in front of his face because his infravision fails to function after he went. He doesn't know how far down he went, but suddenly he comes bursting back up through the shaft, and he relays to you that it gets cold as he got further down, and eventually he could not see anything because there was nothing giving off any heat at all.
Now, would the cold sensation that he's describing be the same that Nilo felt in the one room?
No. So that was due to the brown mold. Brown mold exacerbates cold, right? So if you remember in Curse of Strahd, when you guys found the green gem, that brown mold is what made it so cold in there. It sucks all the heat out of the air. And in this case, it was so cold when you step into the mold that it caused damage, like instant, like somebody casting a cold spell on you.
Now, since I'm so tiny, I relate to the group, I go, well, maybe even though there's stairs to get down here quickly, maybe if you tie a rope around me, I can tug on the rope to let you know if I'm in trouble, and you can try to yank me up since I'm so much lighter than the rest of you.
It'll probably be easier to just drop a rock down there.
Well, that's just to tell the distance. But talking about to see what we see. because I'm wearing the robe that kind of helps with the cold. That way, it might not affect me like it did your pet.
Let me real quick. I am curious. This is unusual.
Or I can just shoot a fireball down there if you guys like.
We don't need to shoot a fireball. Hey, Tarikas, do you have any more torches?
I don't have torches. I have light.
No.
But I can look.
Couldn't you apply a light to a rock?
Yeah.
Hey,
That would be cool.
Ragnar,
Yes.
if you would be so kind as to give me a perception check, please, with advantage.
Man, I'm gonna really need that advantage.
Don't worry. If it's rock, you know what it is.
I'm gonna hit you with this rock.
Oh, easy.
So,
All right, listen, we're off to a rocky start, but we're doing good now.
as you're standing there, Ragnar, and you're sort of seeing these companions of yours determine what they're going to do, you take a glance around this small little room that's underneath the stairs, and you can see that there is a, in your eyes, blatantly obvious discoloration of rock along the north wall as well as along the west wall over here. It's like you can't believe that nobody can see it and notice it, because it's like, to you, it's like somebody just came up and slapped you in the face and said, "Dude, look at the colored rock."
There's like so just to be clear, like there's just like a colored section of wall that's there, like a brick sized, or
No, it's like a door size.
Now you know
I'm gonna like tap it real quick with his.
As he taps it, it gives a thud sound, sort of a hollow thud sound.
Hey,
What did you find over there, Ragnar?
I think I found a hidden passage.
We were so distracted by this shaft that we didn't even think about looking at the walls.
And there's another one over here as well, Ragnar, that you noticed.
Hey,
There's two of them. It looks like. Here, try this one here. He's gonna like slice a little groove into the wall, and then he's gonna move over here, slice another groove where he feels the hollow section.
Yep.
Is this something that the rest of us can actually make out now that we're pointing out to us?
Yes.
Or is the color so slightly different that only he would have noticed?
Nope. Now that he points it out, you all can see. Oh yeah, I see that, and he sort of wipes it down a little bit. See here, good wall, fake wall, good wall, fake wall.
Okay, gonna give it a little nudge.
Okay, which one?
Top one.
So as you push it, suddenly it's like, think of a lazy, or not as a revolving door going into a hotel as you're walking in, and as it begins to move forward, the wall comes out from your right and starts to spin on an axis. So as you push your way into this room up here, the door comes and closes behind you because when you pushed it. Does it make sense?
Where the hell did Nilo go?
And then when you push it back and you come back into this room, it then pivots the other direction. So it's like a spinning axis. Huh?
It's a Scooby-Doo door.
Yes, exactly. It's just like one of the, literally it's like a revolving door going into a hotel, right? But it's solid. So as you push the one wall, the other wall to the right comes and it spins on an axis and closes.
Does the floor move with it?
No, it does not.
Okay. Damn. Not true Scooby-Doo door then.
While they're doing all this, I'm gonna be doing a ritual. So
Okay.
I'm gonna summon a familiar.
Are you going to summon? That's an hour-long thing, right?
It's 10 minutes, I thought, wasn't it?
I thought that. Is it for Find Familiar?
Yeah.
For 5E's variant, yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I always thought Find Familiar was an hour, but okay. Well,
I think it is in like 3.5.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Okay. I'm thinking old school 1E stuff too. Yeah. So, all right, cool.
Oh yeah, it used to be way more punishing too. Like it costs you like 100 per level of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
All right. Cool. So you have discovered that door. as you investigate this side, you find another chamber, much like the one that you guys did on the other side. On this side, you can see that this chamber contains 4 robes identical to the 3 you saw on the other side. Also, sitting on a shelf in here, you can see a strange iron horn with a handle set on either side of its tube. So it's like you're holding the horn by its handles on the left and right, and then you put the nozzle up to your lips and you blow in the horn, and then the horn does whatever. You can see that there are also 4 iron holders. Think of an ice cream cone, right? So they're holders of some kind, so that you stick something in it in order to carry it or whatever. Think like a torch holder or a candle holder or something, but they're shaped like an ice cream cone, right? So they're sort of that cone shaped, but there's nothing in them. Other than that, let's see. There's another box. I'm looking to see. Iron holders, cone shaped. 4 iron holder. Oh yeah, and there's another iron box. Sorry, there is another iron box. And it's identical to the box that you found when you that you had to cast the knock spell on. It looks identical to the one you got already.
And you said there were more robes in there?
Yeah, there's 4 robes. There's an iron horn. There's 4 iron holders. And there's this iron box with no openings. But this box is bigger than the one on the other side.
Now, because when I opened the first box, I could see the seam of how it opened.
Yeah, but it required a spell to open it.
Yeah. I guess... don't really want to burn another spell, but it might be something useful.
Wait, what spell are you using?
I had to use knock to open the other box.
Is knock a ritual spell?
No.
Yeah, then you'd have to burn it again. Does anyone here have thieves' tools or wants to try?
Well, I can't
Can try.
summon an unseen servant to open it.
Oh, actually, hold on. Does Corvin have thieves' tools and sleight of hand?
He is a ranger rogue.
Yeah, you might have that.
Oh, he's actually a rogue too. I didn't know he was a rogue too. I knew he was a ranger.
Yeah. I'm looking at his gear right now here. Inventory. Nope. All he has is leather armor, his short sword, dagger, bow, ring of water breathing, and a decanter of endless water. He doesn't do thief type stuff.
Okay, I got no thieves' tools here.
I mean, I can burn 4 cantrips to use it to get a 2nd level back.
Up to you. What do you want to do?
Yeah, let me do that. Let me burn 4 cantrips to get a 2nd level back, and I'll just cast knock again.
Okay.
I'm going to cast this one without consuming.
Yep. Thank you. All right. As you cast it on this box, once again, you hear a slight click, and you can now see the seam between the top and the bottom. As you open it inside, much like the other box that had those black rounded balls, 18 of them, this box is a little bit bigger, and inside you count 24 cone-shaped items, all of them black, much like the balls were.
What were they again? 24 cone-shaped what?
Just like the balls you found in the other box, just like some black material forged together to form a ball. These ones are the exact same, only they are in the shape of a cone. As you look, it looks like these cones from inside the box would fit into the ice cream cone holders, the iron holders that you found on the shelf.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask next. I'm going to try doing the same thing as I did in the other room, but fitting it into there.
All right, it slides right in and it sticks, and you're able to hold it easily.
Now, is it meant to be something that's lit or anything?
Don't know. If it's incense, maybe.
Hold on. Is there warmth radiating from it?
There is not.
Okay.
Can I just like do a little bit of fire flicker and see if I can light it?
Sure.
I'm going to do that.
All right. You spend a couple seconds with your flint and steel, and it finally catches light. It begins to burn much like incense. And you can see that there's like a radiance coming off of it, like a light or almost like a burning incense, like the lit end of a cigarette, so to speak, kind of reddish looking. It gives off this little pale glow, but even though you see it burning, it gives off no heat whatsoever.
Does it give enough light off to like carry around and use as like a torch type item?
It's a very faint light, maybe 2 feet radius or something, not like a torch, not even close to a torch. It's just a little.
So it would be more like a candle.
Not even a candle. A candle gives off more light than this. It's like a burning cigarette or a burning incense.
Oh.
So it only gives off just a real bit pale light. The difference is, even though you see it burning, there's no smoke coming off of it and there's no heat coming off of it. Just the faintest light.
You said something that there was a horn in here, I thought you said?
Yes, on the shelf there is a horn.
Like a musical horn?
Yes, if you imagine a trumpet, but instead of having the a handle at the bottom, it's got a handle on each side.
Maybe like a warning signal type of thing.
Maybe. Give me an insight check.
I'm trying to use all my skills to think of.
And I want Tarikas to give me an insight check with advantage. Okay. I'll wait for Tarikas. All right. Tarika, well, Hygel, you're kind of like, man, this is kind of strange, all this cleric stuff in here. And Tarikas, you recognize all of this kind of put together. This is all ceremonial stuff. All of these items that you've found and you guys have been looking at, ceremonial robes, these swinging chains to swing incense on, this horn. This is obviously all meant to be some kind of a ritual to be conducted. And you know that if this place was dedicated to Therisden, no telling what ceremonial or what ceremonies were
share that with the group, and just to let you know, you got a shitload of 1s and 20s. So.
Oh, I do? What? There's people out there loving
what
on?
is new?
There's people out there loving on me? Ronnie No Blight. He is my hero.
Oh, man, that's not fair.
Oh, yes, it is. Let's see.
I mean, all right, let's be honest. This is the entire past couple sessions. It's been nothing but 1s and 20s against Sean. So,
yep. All right, let me. As
much as I would rather have those myself,
hang on. Give me a moment that I might put all of this. So I got a nat 1, nat 20.
It's like you got 3 of each.
Yep, looks like it. 1, 2. Yep, times 3. Thanks, Ronnie. I appreciate it, brother. I may have to do something nice for our druid on our Monday night game. I appreciate it, dude. That's pretty awesome. He is my hero. So we are going to complete them all. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. And you are correct. I don't think anything the priests of Therisden can do could be any worse than P. Diddy. So I think we're all right. All right. With that, yes. Tarikas, what else were you going to say? Or was that it? Tino, was that it? Monkey, are you with us?
Muted if you're talking.
He's not muted. He walked away. He fell asleep on us. That's okay. As Tarikas tells you, I think these are all for ceremony. What evil, foul creatures were here having ceremonial garb dedicated to the evil one? This does not make sense. I think we should destroy it all.
Clearly his followers.
I think we should destroy it all. We should burn the robes. We should throw the incense away. We should get rid of it all and destroy this place.
But Tarikas, we could use these as disguises. There's enough for all of us here.
Yeah, but we want to check to make sure that I cursed.
Yeah.
I don't think
Nilo is, while she is holding the other robe.
And why would they leave robes around? If they're that powerful, why would they just be left around?
Why was there just a pair of boots left around?
Exactly.
Yeah, she ain't going through that again.
Damn.
Well, we still have the north. We still have the north room to check out fully, right?
Maybe the occupants are still here. We just can't see them right now.
Maybe.
Yep. But get my drifting.
Yep. Yes, there's other places that you guys have yet to check out thus far. Hydel.
I don't think we should destroy anything.
We talked about the north room, but did we actually describe that what was in there? I can't remember.
Oh, in this one? Oh, yeah, sorry. No. We just said that it was up there and Nilo walked in there and then back. Inside this, you can see that you don't see any other egresses coming out of this. You can see that it once held treasures of paintings, tapestries, exquisite furniture, etc., but dampness and the decay of time have brought it all to ruin, including one small table inlaid with semi-precious gemstones. So it looks like a table at one point in time used to have gemstones inlaid, but now there's just a big trash heap of garbage in this room.
The stone's still there?
Not in the table that you see.
Okay.
I roll investigation to check these rooms because it seems like we keep finding stuff leading to other areas.
Okay, go ahead and give me
I'll
an
help 'em out.
investigation. Okay, with advantage then, please, Hygel.
I'll definitely probably need it.
Yes, you
I
will.
mean,
Nice.
yeah.
As you search around, you find a couple of things actually. First thing you find is give me, let's see, how many is it? Give me a D20, please. Just a straight up D20 roll.
Dang it.
You can do it.
I hit enter and I started adding them.
You find 38 small gems in and around the trash. As you guys move stuff around, trying to find whatever, you find 38 gems, each one worth 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, buddy.
Additionally,
That's what.
using Ragnar's highly sensitive and sophisticated technique of knocking on walls, you get a hollow sound right here in the southeast corner.
What is with this place?
My intuition was there.
Can you identify the exact location we'd have to push or bust through?
There.
All right.
Break it down, boss.
If it doesn't just immediately open, I will help him with the strength check.
All right. As who's opening it? Is it Ragnar going to open it?
I'll open it.
All right. So
Yeah.
so as you begin to open it, it begins to pivot and push to the right. At the same time, the wall to the right of Tarikas begins to come free, and once again, this door begins to pivot around. So, Tarikas, you have a choice. You can stand out of the way, and then it will close this door in front of you, or you can move up into the room to the north with your companions, because this is a pivoting door. And as you open that door to the right or in front of you,
Nyla would be beside him. I can't actually grab my token because it's under Hydral, but we were both pushing the door together.
Okay. But yeah, so it opens, and you can see that it opens into a rather large chamber to the east. This 40-foot long, 20-foot wide room has walls of mauve-colored material. While they could be of highly polished stone, none of you has ever seen anything quite like it before, so you're uncertain as to what it is. A quick test reveals that the substance seems to be mineral in nature and as hard as granite. The floor and ceiling are of polished obsidian, as you have seen elsewhere, but the floor has pyramids incised on it, one every few feet, all with bases to the north and the points pointing to the south. The ceiling also seems to have carving in this bas relief. Peering upwards, you think it shows patterns of tentacles and human figures interlocked, but the work is so intricate as to make certain identification impossible. It kind of reminds you of the integrated meshing on the railing in the chapel, right? As you look at the ceiling, you can see that it's sort of one of those raised kind of ceilings that has intricate carvings and stuff into the ceiling itself. Other than that, you can see that there is a door leading out to the east. There's rotten remains of beds, a couch, table, and chairs that indicate that this was probably once a bedroom chamber to somebody of import, because it's pretty large. The bed and couch have been converted into large nests, and the stench coming from this room immediately gives immediately causes the hair on the back of Ragnar's neck to stand up, as he had the smell of trolls. So this looks to be perhaps one of the trolls' nests that you guys were battling here so recently. But yeah, other than that, there's doesn't appear to be anything else of value.
We should still investigate this room. We've been finding so many secret entrances.
Okay, go ahead, and if you guys want to come in and give me the old investigation check.
I accidentally moved my token under Tarikas. If you can move me into that room.
All right. As you guys move into the room and you begin to do your investigation, Nilo?
I rolled mine.
Yep. Okay. Tarikas has rolled his. Anybody else going in?
Forgot to unmute myself. Do you want me to roll at advantage too, or
No.
just help him?
No. He's okay. You guys, he already rolled, so you guys are all rolling separately.
Okay. Sorry.
Right. Hey, that was almost an 18.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys search around, you don't mostly trash. However, you actually find in a wardrobe that's sort of smashed open, but one of the doors is smashed open, but the rest of it kind of remains in decent shape, even though it's all old and rotten and moldy. In the bottom drawer, you find a small box of incense.
Yeah, we are finding these things everywhere. They're planning something big.
This is, however, different, Hygel, in that it's not shaped like a cone or a ball. It's just a regular block of incense you've seen at church 1,000 times. So it looks to be like normal blocks of incense.
Is there any way for me to be able to differentiate like uses of these, my history or religion?
Go ahead and give me a religion check.
He already rolled those. I mean, you technically rolled it for him.
I didn't do any religion check.
It was when he stepped away. You looked at all the incense and stuff.
No, I was just giving a general overview of an insight check on his. So yeah, now this looks to you. What's interesting, Tarikas, is that the two that you found in the box in the ceremony chambers where the robes and everything were, those are distinctly different material of something. So you're unsure what those were. These look like your standard blocks of incense that you've used 1,000 times in ceremonies and stuff like that, at the church and during your studies and stuff. This is just has a little wooden box that has, I think it's 7 pieces of incense in it.
But what I mean is it typically used? What I know, it's typically used for just rituals or just for like.
So these
for like odor, like for recreational.
Yeah, it's not weed. No, these are. From what you can tell, the ones that you found in the secret chambers are definitely some sort of special ceremony incense. And you can only think it is bad because this temple's dedicated to Thurston. Everything you found has his symbology on it. The robes have his symbols on it. And so you can only think that it was done for ill purposes. This incense you found is more likened to what you've during prayer time, when you're deep in thought and you're meditating and whatnot. You typically can put a block of incense on there to help heighten the senses and heighten your awareness and etc. So similar in the sense that they're ceremonial, but these blocks of incense you have just found in this room lean more, in your opinion, toward your normal incense that you put on the burner and then you start praying and whatnot, and hopefully the smell will help sort of focus your energies and bring you closer to your deity, etc., etc. Hope that helped. Okay. Anything else from anybody? Other than that, you guys don't find anything of apparent value, nor do you find any other hidden entrances.
Just this door here?
That is correct. You can see a door standing open.
I'm going to peek inside.
Okay. On the other side, you can see a huge chamber. This large square room has a strange striations of color in its walls. These lines of plum color mauve veins and lilac worms make those viewing it a little bit nauseous, as very similar to what happened when you look at the dark black floors with the purplish wormy veins. As you stare at it, it becomes almost like you're looking at like unholy twisted worms digging its way through the rock. In this case, it's a similar sensation. The only difference is the color pattern. Instead of the black and purple, that's sort of this mauve kind of purpley pink with unholy striations. And as you look at it, it just gives you a nauseous feeling like you're going to vomit, and you have to avert your eyes for a little bit in order to kind of regain your senses. It looks to have been a room occupied by the giants, because you could see evidence of giant kind living in this room. And in fact, Ragnar recognizes it as when you guys first came down the stairs, there was a couple of hill giants in this room that you guys took on. But obviously you dispatched them. But anyway, you can see that there is no other door, or there's no doors, but there is a large opening leading out of this room to the west.
Got a quick question, Sean.
Yep.
When we were in Dagobah,
Yep.
did we have any of that purple stuff on any of the walls there?
Not that you recall, but the symbology was all there.
Okay.
Symbology.
Did we? I'm so sorry about her.
That's fine. Okay.
Did we do any research on Therisden after or before Dagobah? I do not remember.
No.
It's been so long.
No.
Okay. All right. With the headache induced, she will look around. Oh, I remember this room. This is near where we first came in.
Okay. Go ahead and give me search checks if that's what you're doing, or if you're just doing perception, or you can do a full-blown investigation.
Well, I will investigate the room, though I will assist someone else if they want to do it instead.
Okay.
Like if Hygel wants to.
Yeah, I can.
I'll assist him for that sweet advantage.
Okay. All right. As you search around, you find underneath the padding of where apparently the giant kind had been sleeping, you find a huge sack of coins.
Ooh, nice.
Inside, you find a total of 1,500 gold coins.
Guys, I was just thinking, perhaps this was a temple that has been ransacked and overcome by creatures.
You said 1,500?
Yeah.
And the creatures maybe killed all the worshippers.
So just to be clear, we know that the followers of Therisden, when it came to this particular structure, at least based on what the gnomes told you, this structure is 1,000 years old. And the followers of Therisden haven't been here for 100 years, easily, a couple hundred years probably. So maybe it's possible that they drove them out, quite possible, but they haven't been here in quite some time. So what do you want to do? As you see that there are other exits here leading into other areas of the place. It doesn't appear to be any lingering creatures, so in a technical sense, you guys have completed your task in that you are clearing out this.
We need to move through the rest of this floor and confirm that everything else has been removed. We still have the other side to go through as well. Thank you.
Wondering if I should do like blood.
What kind of creature did you get?
Spider.
Yep. Okay.
Spider.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you had made it already.
Yeah. I just put them down.
Yes, the spider.
I just put them down.
How did you get into that hall exactly? Did you go back around, or did you go through?
Who?
Here.
Go right.
I'm trying to figure out how Nilo got over there, and I can't get in there.
And then go.
Oh, I didn't know that was a gap. I was like looking at that, and I'm like, why is it going through?
Yeah, Sean, he's right. Hold on. This does look a little weird.
What?
Let me send this to you real quick in campaign. Cut off. I don't know what you have there in the non-player layer, but if whatever it is cuts off all the light source.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even see what you're looking at in the screenshot.
Look at see how there's just a straight line between the two rooms.
Oh yeah, that's just a different colored flooring.
Oh, that's all it is. The floor's okay.
Yeah, the floor is just so the floor you guys are on now is shiny black obsidian. The flooring in that room was that sort of funky pinkish kind of color, but they didn't actually color it on the map. They just did different color.
Got it. Okay.
All right. Dang, I missed Ronnie's Exodus. Sorry, Ronnie. Appreciate it. All right. So as you guys continue to move your way down, as you come to...
And we're going to look into this... Oh,
go ahead.
We're going to look into this room over here first.
Okay. Let's see. That is... As you come into it, it's not really a room. It's more of a hallway, but you can see there's an open doors lining both the left and the right walls as you guys go to step in.
Meow, meow. I'm going to wait for the rest.
Yeah, wait for everybody to catch up.
Yeah.
Guess nobody's going to want to catch up.
Nope, guess not. All right, kicking down the door. Boom! FBI, open up!
Tarika, so you need to make sure you bring your spider with you if you're going to go. As you step into this room, you can see it sweeps back around to the left. It looks to be like some sort of a kitchen. Give me a Constitution saving throw, and between Hygel and Nilo, I need Constitution saving throws. Hygel at disadvantage, please.
Give me a second. My shit bugged again, so I have to reload.
All right.
Can you repeat that one more time? The what save?
Constitution saving throw.
Thank you.
As you step in, Nilo, the smell hits you from this, what appears to be once a kitchen. You can see that there is a boiling pot in the corner over here. And Hygel, you immediately lose your lunch as you can see the remains of two gnomes as they've been cut up, and you can see their body parts, including their head, floating in bubbling water as whatever was in here cooking them has departed, but left the simmering stew sitting in the pot. And you can see the bloodied counter here, as well as a bloodied counter around the corner on the inside of the room, have chopped up pieces of flesh. You can only assume they are either other gnomes or other human creatures or human-like creatures that have been captured and been put to the stake, if you will.
Cousin Figley, no!
At the tell Austin, that's funny. What do we wish to do, my children?
Well, I want to get revenge on whoever killed my gnome brethren.
I think you guys already did.
Oh, there must be more to slay. Something is weird going on here with these presumed rituals that they're preparing for that we must stop.
Yeah, you can see that as you do a quick glance around the quote-unquote kitchen, that there is a lot of foodstuffs here. So whoever was the chef was in here cooking for a lot of people.
Guess we make our way to check the other rooms, other areas.
Leftovers.
Yeah. All right. As Hygel continues leaving the kitchen, you come down the hall and you can see that there is a very large dining or maybe a meeting room. You can see that at the end, at the chair at the end down here is massive in size, large enough for a frost giant to sit his butt in. Let me see if there's any real description to be given. This 15 by 20 foot hall was probably used for meals when the whole place was used as the house of worship for whatever deity it was built for. Um, the floors in here are polished. You can see that the table itself has been probably enlarged from when it was originally made, because instead of being human based, it's for much larger creatures. What else? I think that's about it. So the crude table and chairs of huge proportions indicate that giants of some sort use this place for a dining hall of their own. There's also a large, crudely made bench. A number of boxes, crates, and barrels lining the walls of the chamber, and several small fireplaces along the east wall show signs of having been recently used. Many torch brackets along the walls. All of them have partially burnt torches sticking in them, but none of them are lit. I don't know why it's not showing it on there, but I'm going to go ahead and open them. There's some doors along the western wall as you go. Yeah, they're there. Why are they not? That's weird. Oh, there we go. Yep. As you step in, you can see this is very much what appears to be an ancient library of some sort. You can see there are numerous shelving units that used to hold books and scrolls and other such things. Although little remains to prove it, you suspect that the broken shelves and moldering bits of leather and vellum indicate it was once a small library. The sconces and torch brackets along the walls indicate that books didn't occupy more than a fraction of the wall space. At most, 1,000 or so volumes could have been here. No one can guess what became of those works. Even the torches don't look to have been used in years, for there are cobwebs hanging from all of them. There's very little furniture remaining in this place as well. And there are some like small casks and boxes, crates. So looks like maybe whoever's was using the place recently is using it for more storage than for what it was originally for.
Nothing else seems of interest in here?
Not that you can see, no. As you investigate, unfortunately, your investigation plays out to your perception. There does not appear to be anything worth anything in here.
Onward the trek.
Okay. As you step into this next one, there's no doubt that this 10 by 30 foot room of polished black stone was at one time a scriptorium. There is an unusual number of sconces and torch brackets here, and there even remains a copying desk piled up in the southern portion of the place. A scriptorium being that is where they used to go to copy scrolls and do writings and stuff like that. However, this place is once again stacked with numerous boxes, sacks, barrels, crates, food stuff, etc., as if they were using it for storage once again.
Going to continue my investigation in here.
Okay. Investigation. So you don't really find much of value, but you do find a jug of acid, which is actually fairly useful. So you got about 40 ounces of a strong acid contained in a little small mini barrel. I don't know how many ounces are in a quarter a gallon, but it's about that size.
But it wouldn't be easy to transport. It'd be easy to carry still?
Yeah, because it's in a container.
Okay.
Yeah, so
ask Ragnar if he wants to hold on to this since he's a bulkier fella. Hold more.
How big is this exactly?
It's a 40 ounces. It's like a 40-ounce
Only
bottle
40
of.
ounces?
It's like a 40-ounce bottle of beer, but it's acid.
Would I be able to fit the bag around it?
Yeah, it's 40 ounces. It's like a 40 ounce. It's like going to get a 40-ounce can of beer from your local supermarket.
Yep. Mike, you want the drink, or you want me just to chuck it in the bag?
I mean, not right now.
All right, into the bag it goes.
Oh no, he cracks
Melt
it open.
some. It can melt locks and stuff if we need it later.
It'll do what?
It's not a beer; it's an acid.
That's fair. I was wondering why
it's an acid in a beer. It's what clear water is.
This is just Everclear, my dude.
It's what Everclear could be.
This is just more than Everclear. I don't know what you mean.
It's more than Everclear.
Yeah.
This thing could melt. This thing could melt the wood off the door. I'll hand it to Nilo.
So put it in the bag.
Okay. So you now have 40 ounces of acid. So, where to? What do you want to do now?
Onward we go.
Okay. Oh, where did... Hold on a second.
I'm underneath the rack. No, I don't. That's one thing I wish they would fix. If you accidentally move under somebody, it's like I can't even target my own token.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we missed a door.
Yep, you did. As you step, step into this room, this chamber is as large as a refectory, some 50 feet long and 20 feet wide. It also has several small fireplaces along its east wall. While it's only possible to speculate, this hall must have been used as a common room for a large number of persons, but it has been repurposed. You can see there's a huge bed of enormous size. Its odd construction of longs and planks occupies a full 20 feet along the west wall. Sconces are used as wall pegs and hold various giant-sized garments. Near the entrance is a crude table and chair, and next to that a large barrel, a small cask, and a crate. Against the far wall, there are several chests. Near them, you can see a great club, several giant-sized spears, and a notched bastard swords, which seems to probably service as a giant's dagger.
I'm gonna investigate again.
Okay. As you search around, you don't find anything. However, the chests look very enticing.
Where are these chests at again in this room?
They were over in the corner next to his bed. There are 3 of them. Rather large chests at
Looking at them first glance, do they look locked or anything?
They do not.
I'm going to open one slowly.
All right, 1, 2, or 3.
Look the same?
Yeah, they all look the same, but chest 1, 2, or 3. Left, middle, right.
Ooh, let me roll a 3-sided dice to choose. Or 4-sided, 1 through 3. I'll do 4 for 1. So 4 will be count as 1 as well.
As you open it up, inside you can see a chalice that appears to be made entirely of gem. It's like a huge, somebody took one huge gem and carved a chalice out of it. It's an amethyst chalice. Additionally, thrown in there, you see a large gold flagon, like a huge beer mug, but there's gems pouring out of it. You can see several pieces of jewelry in a small ivory box with a jeweled cover, a leather pouch that has appears to have gems tied up inside it and a small crystal ball wrapped in silk.
Do we have an estimate of what this be worth?
Oh, yeah. I'll give it to you all.
Okay. I've just tried to put it in the notes. That's what I was asking.
All right.
I'm going to grab it all then.
The amethyst chalice probably would fetch you 1,000 gold.
Hell yeah.
The golden flagon itself is probably worth about 5 gold, but inside the gems, there's about 1,500 gold pieces worth of gems in the flagon itself. 3 pieces of jewelry, let's just call them 2 bracelets and a necklace, valued at 500 gold apiece. There is an ivory box with a jeweled cover that you could probably get 2,000 gold for. There's a small leather pouch that has 10 gems in it, each one worth 10 gold pieces.
How many in there?
10 valued at 10 gold each. And a small crystal ball, which, regardless, is very well made, and you could probably get 100 gold pieces for.
That was a good find.
Yep.
Now I'm scared to open the other ones. Should we open these other boxes? Or I don't want our luck to turn sour.
And do you detect any magical traps on them?
I can check. I'm gonna take a little bit of time and ritual cast detect magic just to see if maybe something's in there.
Okay.
You can remove the template if you want.
Sorry,
as well.
I accidentally did a time thing and your thing was gone. So go ahead and recast it without consuming. Sorry.
Good.
As you begin to cast your spell, you begin to feel sensations. You begin to feel or sense the energy of magic being given off from the center box. It has sort of an alteration tint to it.
I'm gonna open that box.
Inside, you can see there is a small onyx statue, a black statue of a gargoyle, stands about 6 inches tall. And it is the one that has a dweemer of alteration magic upon it. You can also see that there are some animal pelts in here, some fine pelts. 2 of them are giant weasel pelts. There is and each weasel pelt is value. You probably get 250 gold for it. There's a small leather sack with 150 platinum coins in it.
How many again? Sorry, 150?
Yep. And a carved pair of ivory tusks. They're small, but they're very finely carved, and you could probably get at least 200 gold apiece for them.
Another good find. Well, I don't want our luck to run out, but I'm just gonna open the last box.
As you open it, you give a grin.
Ugh.
Inside, you see it's completely filled with gold.
Oh, nice.
Hey, she grabs the bag and opens it up.
Yep. 4,000 gold in the box.
Well, we have a lot to sell when we get back to town, don't we, boys? And nothing else seems to be coming from this room at all.
No.
Well, I'm glad we didn't miss this one. Onward.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. There's a
Guess
wall
we're
there.
good. This is the room that you guys hid in before, wasn't it?
I think
Yes,
so.
we went in there. No, that was the other room.
Oh yeah, that was the other room.
That was
So we haven't
this
checked
room
this
here.
one. You guys checked the one to the left.
I know. we hid in there for a second. We did not check it.
Well, with my luck.
As you guys are investigating, Corvin yells out, "We have company!"
Oh,
Nope,
good.
nope. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Why is this not playing? Oh, that's why.
Dun, dun, dun,
Where's
dun.
Corbin at? Above us?
He's outside to your left.
Hang on. I don't know why this wasn't playing. This is weird. My combat music wasn't playing. That's kind of funny. Let's try this one. Why is it not playing? Now I'm really pissed. None of my combat music is playing. Alright, I am extremely... Let's do this. I can do this one. Do-do-do. Alright. As you guys come out to see what Corbin is talking about, you see your old friends, the trolls, coming around the corner.
Trolls inbound. Boom, 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 boom. Let me know when you're ready.
Now, at first glance, with them seeing me wearing these robes, do they still want to attack me?
They don't know nothing about those
Lame.
robes.
Yeah, that's not what this group is.
All right.
Try.
Everybody roll for initiative. I have to...
Did the trolls come back?
Yes.
Yep. Trolls came back. The trolls came back the very next day. The trolls came
And as a
back.
reminder,
We're gone.
Corbin is not involved in combat. So I just want us to be aware of that. All right. Hygel, you're up first.
All right.
Oops. Shit. Sorry. My fault. I don't know how I ended up selecting you guys together, but you're there, you're there, you're there. And oh, Nilo, you've got two, so I need to remove the other one. Okay. All right. And now we're good.
Trying to put this bad boy to sleep.
Let's see. Just the one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what does he need to... What does he need to save?
16.
16? I am going to use one of my nat 20s.
Boo.
So he saved. Cool. Is that it for Hygel?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Nilo, you're up.
All right. The hell? Wait, why am I in here?
Oh, because I accidentally moved you guys down. There you go.
No, I was out here with him because I was in this room when he
Yeah,
called
that's
out.
what I said. I accidentally had you guys all sort of tagged or selected on accident. I didn't mean to, and I moved them. Then I moved you guys too.
Alrighty. I am going to I'm going to grab my bow.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot with a firebolt.
Okay.
Oh, up there it is. And then hit it with a bow as a bonus action.
Okay. Nice.
I'm not going to hit him with a bow as a bonus action.
Oops. You hit him with the firebolt though, so I had to apply that. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. As you hear the screeching of another troll, 10, 15, 20, that's 30, 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, as he charges in, but he does not attack because he uses bonus action to dash. Ragnar, you hear the screeching of a troll from out in the hall. Although you can't quite see him, you can smell him for sure.
I'm gonna use my nose to guide me.
Okay.
This thing is really ugly, and I can tell.
It is ugly.
I can't even see. Where's my attack? There we go.
Nice, as you swing down upon him and you hit him. For 8 hit points of damage. As your second blow swings down and hits as well. Ooh, I like it. For 4 hit points of damage to the troll. Is that it for you?
That should be it.
Not gonna rage?
I don't think that's needed just yet.
Okie doke. Tricky Chirikus, you're up, sir.
Well, I suppose I'll walk in and I will one, two, three. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait, how far can I move? 30? I can't even reach it. I will shoot with a I will shoot a bolt at it.
I double dog dare you.
Double dog. Dare me. Can I hit it?
Can you hit it? Yes, you can. And 18 hits.
Okay.
Nice. 7 hit points of damage. Is that it for you?
That'll be it. So,
As you guys are engaged with this sizable troll, around the corner comes one that you guys had seen previously that's about 3 times the size of any troll you've seen before, as it comes lumbering. And I love the fact that its movement is 40. So I can get right in here as he takes his first swipe at... Oops, let me move to his turn. As he takes his first of many attacks, he makes 3 attacks. So he's going to make his first attack on... give me just a second here. Ends any turn bloody... Okay. Alright. As he rends, as his first claw comes swarming down. Nice! As he hits Igel Crabhammer. First hit for 19 hit points of damage. As the second attack comes in. As he misses, but his third one comes in again. And this one hits as well. As Hygel suffers another 12 hit points of slashing damage. I need you to give me a DC 10 concentration check, although I think your spell's already gone. Your detect magic spell is still showing as being up. So,
Oh, weird.
yeah. You don't have to roll if you don't want.
Well, it's not that I was concentrating on. It was the sleep cell that's probably still going.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. Yep. So
DC
DC
con
10.
saves?
Yeah, just do a DC 10. Does it show it? If you look in the chat, does it show it for you to click on a DC 10 concentration? Because it says it sent it to you.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
just hit that.
Yeah, just hit that.
Well,
And
that's-
you failed anyway, so your spell's gone. So, no big deal. All right. As we are back to the top of the order, Hygel, you are up as this massive troll lumbers in front of you. Okay, hang on. He gets a attack of opportunity on you.
Well, hopefully it doesn't hit because I have 2 health points left.
Yep.
Did you just disengage?
No, he just moved out of its range. You can disengage if you want, but that will mean you don't get any other attack.
Yeah,
Or
let me
any-
do that.
Okay, so you disengage and you can move up to 30 feet, so he cannot get his attack on you.
Let me see if I have a bonus action anything.
Okay.
Wish I could filter by bonus actions.
Yeah, there's a couple sort of features that people have requested. I think filtering is one of them.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll look for it for next turn.
All right, cool. Thank you, sir. Nilo, you're up.
Alrighty. Tarikas, make sure you go help Hygel. He got hit pretty badly. My owl is going to fly through.
Okay.
Like good. My dragon's gonna fly through like the good little buddy is.
Yep.
And she's going to charge in, dropping her bow, drawing her dagger.
Okay.
And she is going to smack the shit out of him.
Okay.
Oh my god.
How the actual fuck?
I like it.
You
I like
decapitate
it.
yourself.
Yeah, you decapitate yourself. I like it. Hey, the second attack hits.
That's the rarest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah,
It's
Almost
not
like
the
that.
rarest. Oh my god!
I like it.
3 ones, yes, I believe so.
Oh, triple ones. I've seen triple ones before, and that was funny as shit.
But have you seen Triple X?
Okay, is that it for you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. As the little troll focuses on the little dwarf and his first rend attack. Oops. Yeah, that was a mistake. Clicked the wrong button. There we go. Rend.
Pardon me.
As his attack, first rend attack misses. Second rend attack misses. Third rend attack. Whoa, excuse me, I finally hit. Uh, 10 hit points of damage to Ragnar. Ragnar, you're up.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's still the same guy.
Nice. Oop. As you hit for 6.
Oh,
Yes. As the second attack misses. Okay. Tarikas, you're up.
Okay,
just so you are aware, Hyjal is down to 2 hit points.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing this aura and aura of life.
Okay?
That way, if he stays within me and he drops, he'll just get back up for the next round without me healing him.
Okay?
That's a pretty cool spell.
Totally up to you.
How much hit points do you have? And why'd you run away from me?
He ran away from the trolls.
He ran from the trolls because he's only got 2 hit points left.
How many hit points do you have, like, total? Like, what can you have?
What's your
50?
Yeah, his max is 50.
All right. Let's see what I can do here. Are you planning to attack? Use a spell.
Next turn, I'm gonna probably not attack. I'm gonna give haste, I think, to Ragnar.
Okay, well, then I'm not gonna do that spell on you. Okay, I'll just come to him and heal him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, just heal him with Let's make it. How many it's 2 per level.
2 per level.
All right. Anybody else injured, by the way?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I think Ragnar is a little bit. Yeah, Ragnar is
Ragnar?
too. Sorry.
All right. Well, then,
I'm not lower than half. I'm about
Yeah.
60%.
okay,
Yeah.
no problem. All right, so we're gonna do cure wounds on you. We're gonna do that. Let's see what level. Let's see. You said 50 is your max. It's 2 to 8 plus casting ability. Oh, that's actually pretty good healing. All right, so we'll do it at a second, 3rd level. Probably overkill, but that's all right. 3rd level. That'll cost you 6 cantrips. All right. We'll heal him at cure wounds at 3rd level.
Okay.
Oh, what's going on with my foundry, but it keeps crashing.
Yeah, I've had issues with that before. All right, so you're now back up to 48 hit points. Hyjal. Cool.
Damn, that was good. That was a good roll.
That was a really good roll.
Thank you.
Is that
Thank
it? Is that it for you?
I believe. Let's see, is that a bonus action? No, that is not. Yeah, I can't do anything else. Yeah, that'll be it for
Okay.
now.
All right.
I'll untarget him. Snap.
Oh, which one regenerated?
The damage
Neither one yet.
Okay, because this. Oh, that way it was not hit by fire this time
No,
around.
it was
Never mind.
not. No, it was not.
Hey, got that acid. Throw it on him.
Let's see. You watch as right in front of you, all the slicing and dicing you did to this massive troll in front of you. Why did it not take it?
What the hell? We were fighting Wolverine?
You watch as its wounds begin to knit and heal as it cackles unholily and rends down upon Nilo. As that hits Nilo.
That definitely hits. I'll allow it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
As Nilo suffers 17 hit points of damage from the first attack.
Ow.
Second attack. 20 hits.
Yep.
You gonna let it go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Gnome, keep
For
your distance.
19 hit points of slashing. As the third rend comes down. That one misses. All right, back to the top of the order. Hyjal, you're up.
All right, now that I finally get back in,
Just when you think you're out, they pull you back in.
Exactly.
and then that will be my turn.
Okay. I need to apply it, first of all, to Ragnar. Ragnar is hasted. He
Man,
has
this is driving me nuts. I crashed again.
Damn. Nilo, you're up.
Okay. That bloody hurt. First, she's going to do the glorious second wind.
Okay. You get 11 hit points back.
That is not fun. And I will use my ability to back up without invoking attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And then shoot them with a firebolt.
Okay.
Without disadvantage for being in melee combat.
Nice crit.
I thought I was gonna hit the 2. I was like, oh no.
I was so scared.
Good rolls. 32 damage. Nice. Nice. And it cannot regenerate because it got hit with fire.
Yep.
All right. Is that it for you?
Yes.
All right. As this troll, the smaller one, still focusing upon Ragnar Stormhelm, rends down upon him. As the 22 misses. What is your armor
22
class?
should hit. I'm at 21 right now.
No, you're at 23 because you're hasted.
Oh, yeah. I got a plus.
Yeah, let's go.
That's why.
I forgot about that. I was like, why did that not hit? Okay.
Fuck yeah, I forgot about it too.
All right. Well, you know, just because I love Ragnar more than anything in the world, I'm going to use one of my other nat 20s.
Thank you, Sean.
You're welcome.
See how he beats me, chat, every session?
That's okay. 20 hit points on that one, and then this last rend. That misses. So that is it for this troll. Ragnar, you're up.
It's your revenge there, buddy.
All right.
That
So,
hurt.
yep. So you get an extra attack, right? Is that how it works? Well,
Yeah, he gets an extra attack.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I got 3 attacks. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you've
Rage
used your
4.
second wind a bonus action.
Yes.
Okay. So you got your 11 hit points back, and now you get 3 attacks.
Can I apply it real quick? It
Holy
does not
crap,
look
that's a
like I
badass
applied.
spell.
Can you what, sir?
I'm gonna have to apply the HP manually. It did not apply it.
Oh, I
manually.
just applied it to you. You got 42.
Oh, I guess it didn't update on my side. Real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, it's showing. I'm showing you got 42 because I applied it. As that hits. Nice. 9 hit points of damage.
Oh,
Oh, that misses. Third attack.
Yeah.
As that misses as well.
all right.
It for you?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Tarikas.
All right, how down are you?
42. Well, literally a half.
Literally at half. What about Nilo?
Nilo is like very right under half as well.
I think we're good for another round.
Yeah, well, I was going to do life.
Nilo can
transfer.
definitely stay up for one more round.
Life transfer is pretty badass spell, but it'll take away from me, but you'll get double my hit points. That's pretty cool. Well, then, if you're pretty good, what I'll do is I will. You think you need a bless?
Bless would be nice here.
Yeah, it's a first level spell. Let's cast a blessed on. I cast it on the 3 that me, not myself, but the gnome. Nilo, Hygel, and the cleric.
Yep.
I mean the dwarf. He is a dwarf, right?
Yep. How long we been playing together? You still don't know he's a dwarf?
I always get confused with him and
Okay.
and the other one from first.
Yeah.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Don't get hurt.
So cool.
Is that it
I
for you,
really can't
Tarikas?
get enough of it.
Is that it for you, Tarikas?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's my action. Yeah.
All right. As the large troll takes a step closer, targets Nilo. Let's see. First attack misses. Second attack hits.
I will armor
Armor?
this one.
Okay, go ahead and
Yeah.
cast your armor spell. It's weird. It doesn't used to give me the option for you to apply it, but
That was a module.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what class you are.
Me?
Yeah,
I'm an Eldritch Knight.
I haven't even read into that, so I don't even know what any of that entails. I gotta look into it.
I am a fighter with limited wizard spells. I'm a half. I believe a half caster, right?
22 misses, but I am going to use my last nat 20 since I have to use it before the end of this game. So the last attack hits Nilo with a crit.
Ow.
Nilo suffers 34 hit points of damage.
I am still standing. I'm still standing.
No, you're not.
Start singing Elton John.
You have to. You're at 0.
I
have to roll
am.
your con thing or your orc whatever. Endless endurance.
I'm
You
still
can drop to
standing.
1. Yep. Yep. All right.
Okay, I'm hurt now.
All right. Hygel, you are up. As you watch this massive troll rake through Nilo as she screeches and drops to the floor, but you watch her sort of scoot backwards and sort of stand back up, standing on Death's legs.
I haven't got to use this ability yet, so I want to use it.
Okay.
But no, I can't use it yet until he loses haste. Ooh.
Well, it's always
I guess I'll
fireball.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll cast a fireball.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna protect those two in the zone.
Yep. Gotcha.
And yep. So DC 16
was
dex
cool.
save.
That was epic.
All right. One of them passed, the other one failed. Go ahead and do your damage for me.
Be a big number.
Nice. 32. Why is it only applying to the one?
I might have had him targeted, so it might have done it automatically.
Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay. And I am going to apply the half damage to this one and the full damage to the other one. So
Which one took the full, the bigger or the
I-
smaller?
I'm looking. I want to see right now how it applies it, just to see. That applies full damage. The smaller one took the full damage.
Sweet. And fire damage they can't regenerate.
That is correct. Okay, and I manually took off half damage from the other one. Cool. Is that it for Hydro?
That's it.
All right. Nilo Hundar, as you are standing at
Ow.
death's door.
I am definitely standing on death's door.
What?
Second
At
wind.
least they
Oh,
can't.
actually, no, not second wind yet. I am going to. I'm going to shoot him with a fireball
Fireball or firebolt.
bolt.
Okay.
I don't have. I'm going to give myself advantage with my dragon, but I'm in the wrong
Okay.
screen. Actually, move him
That's
across.
fine.
Oh,
Don't worry
I
about
just rolled at advantage. My
You're
bad.
good. That's all right.
Oh, let's see if I crit. Nope, that's the wrong die. I do not.
All right, but at least you hit. Nice. Nicely done. 11 hit points.
Then I am going to action surge, a second wind.
Okay.
That was a shit roll.
Better than
I'm going
nothing.
to step away
Okay.
here. And I will throw my dagger at him.
Okay. As you step away, he is going to swing once.
Bonus, my second wind allows
Oh.
me to.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep. He
Yeah,
missed.
that's-
He missed anyway. I forgot.
I throw my dagger at him.
Oh, crit. Nice.
Love it.
I will use my Orcish Fury
Okay.
ability. And where's the damage? Damage.
$22. Nice.
You should have nat wanted him.
Nah.
Or nat wanted him.
Nah. I'll do that next. Is that it for you,
Gotta
Nilo?
pile up that damage when he can't regenerate it.
Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right.
Oh, I'm back to Tariq. It's like,
So how does the fire damage regeneration work? Like it's for the whole round they can't regenerate, or
So at the top of its turn, it regenerates 15 hit points. If it took acid or fire damage on the previous round while people are attacking it, when it comes up to its turn, it doesn't get those 15 hit points back.
okay, cool.
Hey, I can cast a spell on you that you can hit it and it stalls its regeneration if you hit it.
As the first attack misses Ragnar Stormhelm, the second wicked blow comes down, slashing down through his armor, ripping into the flesh beneath, doing 12 hit points of damage to Ragnar as its final attack rips down onto him, and he misses for his third attack.
So glad you have a high AC.
Ragnar, you're up. I'm pretty sure Ragnar's glad he has a high AC too.
That's why I was talking about him.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. I'm sure he thinks so too. If you didn't hear, you are up,
You're
Ragnar. Nice.
forgot.
First attack misses.
But I mute myself.
That attack hits. Nice. I like it. 4 hit points of damage.
There we go.
Nice. I gotta
I
love
think I'll
that.
have to rage at this point because this is
Yeah.
not
Yep.
going super good.
All right. You want a bonus action rage? Go ahead. I think you had it selected when you did the rage, so I'm refunding your resource. So go ahead and retarget yourself or whatever. Or there we go. Ragnar is now raging. Cool. Is that it for you then?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Tarikas, you are up.
All right. Give me intel. What's the damage report?
Come on, man. You should go. Well, you should know. Let's just go. What are you going to do?
Okay, now how bad are you?
I am sitting at
1 hit point.
You need help.
40%.
Okay. All right. So, and
Wait.
are you past half yet, Ragnar?
Yeah, Ragnar's
Only
about
got like 9.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
down.
Here we go.
He's down 12 for half hit points, right? So he's not really that low, but
I am sitting at
All right, so
I
let's
am
go
sitting
ahead
at
yep.
12,
Gotcha.
13.
Go ahead and do a
12.
channel. Let me.
I forgot to target myself for my second wind.
oh,
I do know I rolled a 3, so
Channel. Where are you? I think is it under abilities? I am targeting you. Right. Okay. Zoom in. Okay, between you two. So, just trying to find the ability where it's at. Oh, there it is. All right. I'm gonna do channel divinity. Let's see. That's gonna be. Wait. Is it? Did I just hit the cleric feature? Would this be on? Well, I'm having a tough time trying to find where this ability casts.
it's under your cleric features.
Okay. Okay, so I was right. Okay, so I'll click on that. Okay, I did that. Nothing popped up, did it?
What
No,
were you
nothing
trying to?
popped up.
What were you trying to kind
It's
of
under
cast?
the features, but I'm trying to. You know what? I probably had to go to my details to launch it. Trying to launch it. I'm trying to cast or do it.
Do what?
My channel divinity to give them the healing.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you click on Channel Divinity, it pops up Divine Spark,
Reserve
Divine
life
Spark
if
save,
needed.
or
There it goes. I was hitting the wrong thing. Okay, I don't know why it's saying roll, but I will roll. So,
right, so-
want to define that.
yeah. So Ragnar, what's half of yours? 87 divided by 2 is 43. Oops.
Or you can give it all to one person or one to one person, however y'all want to divvy it up.
And Nilo, you're up to 40, so that leaves you what's Nilo, what's your max?
my max is 68. My half is 34.
34, so you're at 34.
Oh, so they have it up to we both at half?
Yeah, you had enough to get because they both got 40, but that puts them over
Well,
half, so it took them to half. So.
No, well, I don't think it's supposed to be 40 for both. It's you take 40 and you divide out of the 40 into.
Oh, okay, so that
So I'm
means
at 32.
so they each got 20. So so it'd be 32 for Nilo.
I believe that's how that works.
Yeah, and Ragnar's still at 33.
And divide those hit points among them.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. So Ragnar's at 33. Nilo. What the fuck? At 32. All right, we should be good.
All right.
All right, and do you get anything for that?
No, I don't. No, I don't get. It has to be spells. I can't do
Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, back to the top, or back to the troll now. As the large troll, it is going to use its charge feature, which a troll moves up to half its speed straight toward any enemy it can see. As Nilo tried to escape it, he's moving to 20 feet to go after the half-elf orc. And rends down upon her. 18 misses. A 23 hits.
I will block that again with another shield.
Okay. Go ahead and cast. And as his last attack comes in, so close. And all three miss. Back to the top, Hygel.
All right. Uh,
16 chromatic orb hits. Chromatic orb hits.
It didn't show any. I missed it. I don't think it did the double, right? Or didn't. Two of them weren't the same. Oh, I guess it's based off damage. Never mind. What's
Yeah. Yep.
Two of them were, in fact, the
Yeah,
same.
Yep. I guess to bounce to the next guy now.
Yep. So I just applied the 12 damage to it. And so now you just target and do damage. As that one hits as well. All right.
And then I'm just gonna move back a little bit more.
Chromatic orb, correct me if I'm wrong. What type of damage is that?
I get to choose, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna do it as fire.
Yep. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I got to do acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay. So you did fire. It is. Nilo, you're up. As this massive thing is lumbered past Ragnar, right back in your face as you watch this massive, well, not massive, but this dexterous little fireball go rolling across the floor, consuming the flesh of the two trolls, the little one screaming as it looks to be severely wounded. The large one is severely wounded as well, but he's still in much better shape than the little one, obviously.
Can you move? I didn't get a chance to move like I wanted to. Can you just move me like 30 feet back?
Oh boy,
As
okay.
safe as possible.
There you go.
I will hex this guy.
Okay.
Oh wait, hold on. No. Is this concentration?
Hex is yes.
Hexes, I'm checking if mirror images.
Mirror image.
No.
It is not.
Is not. Okay, so I will hex first.
What the heck are you doing?
And I'm going to pick strength, and then I will mirror image. Oh, actually, I can't mirror image with this, because while hex is an at-will bonus action spell,
It is not a cantrip.
it is still a leveled spell.
That is correct.
So, I will fireball him
Gotcha.
at normal because I have advantage.
That hits. Nicely done.
We are blessed. Don't forget that.
It's
Bless is in
automatically
there.
adds in, yeah.
Yeah, I do double check it though. I see the D4
Yep.
popping in there. And I
Alright.
also see a D4 die on my screen.
Is that it for you?
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right.
Actually, wait. Action surge.
Okay.
Wait, I already used that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, last
Yeah.
time. you did.
Okay. Yep. Okay. There we go. Now it's used.
Okay. Cool. All right. As the smaller troll trying to finish off the dwarf. First attack hits. Splashes through Ragnar's defenses for 11 damage as his second attack comes in. Second attack misses. So close. Just a bit outside. This one misses by a little bit more.
I feel like
As
watching that movie tonight.
Ragnar, you're up.
Major League, one of the best.
Yeah. Just a bit outside. Come on, dwarf. I don't think you can hit me. He breaks
I
out
think
his
that's
New
his
York
sign.
accent. He breaks out his New York accent. Come on, bub.
He's like a dunk clown.
He's asking the
Did
dwarf.
Ragnar fall
Yeah.
asleep on me?
He's like, how you do it?
God damn it! I thought I turned my light back on.
Ha! No.
Hold on, I'm taking one breath. Coughs up a lot of blood. Okay, now I'm ready.
Go ahead, man. I'm gonna transfer some of my health to you.
Nicely done. 25 hits. The ugly ass troll. Nice. 13 hit points of damage as Ragnar takes down the little troll.
God,
Hey, what totem are you? Are you the bear?
no.
So you can redirect your attack to the big one if you want, since the little one's
I
down.
will. Was it a 16 hit him?
Yes, it did hit. Six hit points of damage. As
And
that
that's a
hits,
crit.
that's a crit. Nice. Ah, I like it.
Alright, that's my turn.
All right. Tarikas, you see that the troll, severely wounded, battered, and bruised, standing on its last legs. Ragnar, in fact, manages to slice through one of its 4 arms. It now only, one of its 3 arms. Now it only has 2 arms with which to attack.
But he's almost dead, huh?
Mm-hmm.
The troll, that is.
That is correct.
Okay. Are these creatures, before I move, am I engaged?
Its range is 10 feet. So, yes, you are within its attack range.
Okay. Just so I make sure I don't make the same mistake like I did last time. We wanna ask.
Not like you can't take a blow.
So I'm gonna come this way.
Okay?
I'm gonna strike him.
It's already dead. That one's dead.
Okay.
The big one is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
The big one
So
is...
I'm gonna go right there and strike him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hit him with if I hit him.
Punch him in the
Wow.
face.
Well, I'll get extra damage on him for my spirit or whatever it's called. I'll tell you what it is here in a second. Alright, here I go. Wish me luck. Still have normal weapon this Saturday. That'd be funny. No, that rolls funny.
Oh, that was so close. As you swipe against him, it bounces off.
I'm taking advantage of
Taking one of your advantage, you have 6 of them. Now you have 5.
Okay, let me take an advantage. Do that again.
This time it hits.
Alright, so let's see if it does the damage right.
I don't know why you rolled to hit again, but you hit again.
Oh, I hit. Okay,
You gotta hit the damage button.
I hit the wrong one.
Nice. 5 hit points of damage as Tarikas comes up and manages to snuff out the last bit of life from the remaining troll.
Didn't do it.
What?
I'm supposed to get an extra smite or whatever.
Oh,
When attack.
I don't know, but you this one
Supposed to do additional like 1 to 8
yeah,
necrotic or yeah, because it's a blood strike.
right.
So or radiant.
Did it come up as blessed strike when you
No.
Yeah, because you have to actually click the thing for like the strikes and stuff like that. So I'm not sure what you were trying to do,
Well,
but
the divine strike. Oh, so that's a separate. It's not additional to
yeah,
the weapon.
yeah, you have to. It's like a feat or whatever it is, and you have to actually click on it to use it, and then it'll do whatever it's like supposed to do, and blah blah blah
Oh,
blah blah.
okay.
So, but oh, this is weird. It's telling me, hey,
Let me try that
excite.
real quick. See what happens.
This is really funny because now that the combat's done, this is the first time I've ever seen it do this. I think for some reason, yeah, was that the blessed strike? There you go, boom, and it does the damage.
Okay.
So it's interesting. As I completed combat, I get a little pop up that says, "Hey, assign experience points," and so it's telling me that I should Tarikas, Ragnar, Hyjal, and Nilo, because they were the only ones in combat, should divide the 900 or should get 900 experience each. But I'm like, I don't do experience points. I do milestone. So I think it updated the system and it put it back to experience as opposed to.
That's okay. We can take experience.
Yeah, I know. So, but anyway.
We'll just wander around the wilderness for a couple weeks.
But anyway, as you guys look and you take a quick glance, these trolls, although they are trolls, they
Maybe trolling.
They be trolling, but you see the large one has a rather large necklace it's wearing as a armband around its bicep. And you can see that it is a jeweled necklace that it's wrapped around its arm and clasped like an armband.
We will look at it and then see if there's a way to just pluck it off.
Okay.
While
Cool.
they're doing that,
You,
I'm gonna chop up the remains of the trolls
okay.
and burn them.
Okay. All right. As you do that and you manage to remove the necklace, you now have a diamond necklace worth 1,500 gold.
Ooh.
Don't forget to deselect the creatures and whatnot if you are still selecting them so that Barton, don't forget to deselect the troll.
Oh yeah.
As you guys,
I need to use the restroom.
okay,
I'm waiting for the fight
you're
to
gonna
finish
you're
up.
gonna pee on the troll.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that too.
All
I'll
right,
be back.
all right. And from there, you guys continue your investigation of this place, or what are we gonna do? Or are you going to heal thyselves?
I mean, I can still go looking around. I'm hurt, but
Yep.
not empty.
Give me uno momento. As you get 15 hit points healed back from Corvin for you. Nilo gets 14 hit points back. Those are
Anybody else
two.
need healing?
Those are 2 out of his spells that he has remaining. He doesn't want to use all his spell slots if necessary, but he did just burn 2 of them. As you stand once again in the eerie quiet of this lower temple region, or this complex where the trolls and the giants were, Corvin has healed a little bit of your wounds. What do we want to do?
Well, let me cure the rest of the people's wounds.
Okay. Corvin is down none. I know Hygel's down like 2. And Ragnar's at half. No, he's at like a little over half. He's down. Ragnar's down 34. Nilo is down 22.
Okay. Let's see what's more worth it here. Hold on. Let me select them both. And I might just do Prayer of Healing. Let me see how much. What level is that? Second level spell. That'll give you 2 to 8 each. So if I do that third level, another. Okay, so I'm going to use 2 more cantrips in addition to a spell slot.
Okay. That's not how it works. You can't combine a spell slot and cantrips. It's either all cantrips or a spell slot. It's like you can't say I want to cast a third level, so I'm gonna upcast this second level by using cantrips. So you have to use all cantrips or the spell slot.
I'll use all cantrips.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
I'm casting Prayer of Healing at level. We'll make sure that's the one I want to connect. Because I know healing does one too. Let's see how much that actually heals. Oh, it's the same thing, but it's higher. Okay, yeah. So Prayer of Healing, third level. Here we go. Okay. It is not giving me.
You just click healing.
Third level option, or did I accidentally skip it? It's not giving me a third level option, even though it could be done third level. Let me see if I can cancel.
Hang on a
this.
second. You've got third level spell slots.
Yeah, I know. Did it take it away from me casting it? Just
No,
it did.
that hasn't, because you got to click healing for it to do
it
it.
did because it I have one missing second level.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So let me put that back. Let's do this. I'm gonna refund. All right. So now go back and try it again and cast it at third level.
Yeah. Well, I'm casting it at second level because there's no third level spell of it, but it doesn't give me the option for third level, even though it's I can use it at higher level. So let me try it again. Maybe I skipped it by accident. Yeah, I did skip it by accident. There it is. Okay.
Good rolls. 15 apiece.
Got them good shit.
Yep. So Ragnar is down 19. Nilo is down 7. You guys good with that? Or do you want more healing?
I'm going to give him one more healing. I'm going to give Ragnar one more healing.
Okay.
I give him a cure light wounds.
Make sure you deselect Nilo.
sir. All right, there we go.
Nice. Give him 14 more.
So you're down 5, right?
So, are you casting these with cantrips or with spell slots?
No, that one I did a spell slot.
The cure ones you did? Okay.
Prayer I did with
Okay.
cantrips.
All right, cool.
I've used 11 cantrips so far.
Okay, I just want to make sure because it didn't take anything off. I thought you did slots. All right, cool. As you guys are now healed, where do we wish to move on to from here?
We gotta check the other side of this place.
Yeah, we got a whole ass other side, don't we?
Proceed with caution.
As you enter in, this was the room that when you guys were in was where some of the knolls and stuff came out of. Once again, you can see that this is what appear to be old like lounge areas or places where maybe the clerics and whatnot would have come to sort of hang out. But this first room that you're in, you see the walls of this room are clad in alternating stone blocks so as to stripe the walls at 2-foot widths of pale violet and jet black. This 20-foot square chamber has a door on the west as well as the north wall that you just came through. And its position on this level was possibly part of a suite of rooms for perhaps clerics or guests or whatever the case may be. But regardless, everything in here is trashed and strewn about.
I want to check the other room on the other side of this door.
Okay. The other room is a longer, wider room with a checkered floor. It's 40 by 20. The floor itself is alternating purple and black stone, with each block being about 2.5 foot per square, like a chessboard almost. There are many sconces and torch brackets along the purple stone walls, evidencing that the place was once well lighted by flambeaux and candles, meaning like torches and candles and stuff. The ceiling here is of a dull black rock. It's surprising to note that the usual piles of bedding materials here are thicker than most of the other places that you have viewed. Although the place is large, only 4 such heaps are here. So instead of like being strewn about everywhere, it looks like these big piles of cloth and bedding and whatnot are piled into 4 large distinct piles. You can see a huge table, and the table itself appears to be actually made bigger by setting the table on top of larger boxes. So it looks like larger creatures were in here as well. Maybe some of the ogres or something that you guys were in before. But other than that, you don't really see much. As you investigate about the room, in and amongst the bedding, you find a small cask of ale. However, in the boxes that are supporting the table, inside you can see that there is some kind of treasure-looking stuff, like coins, some gems, some clothing. Looks like some armor was stuffed in the boxes as well. So there's quite a bit of treasure in the boxes that are stacked underneath the table.
Time to grab it all.
All right, as you guys
Lots of treasure today.
lots of good combat the other day, so you guys just never got a chance to get rewarded for your destruction of the giant and whatnot. So yeah, absolutely, there should be a lot of treasure for you guys. So as you search through and around in the boxes, you find the following: a total of 500 gold coins, 25 platinum, 7 gems, about 50 gold each, an old suit of armor looks to be like it maybe fit an elf. I'm sorry, yeah, chainmail suit to look like it's suited for an elf, and attached to the chainmail itself is an old brown cloak that hangs with it. It's made of good leather, so it probably a good protective cloak or whatever, but it's still attached to the armor. And a large pouch, and when you look in the pouch, there's a piece of vellum rolled up inside. And last but not least, you find a small iron box, and when you flip it open, look inside, it is empty, but it's a nice little keepsake iron box you could put stuff in.
Gotcha.
Thank you. I will take that box.
Okay.
And I will put almost as much gold as I can, as much of the gold as I can into this box. Actually, I'm gonna put all the rare. I'm gonna put all the jewelry and platinum coins in this box.
In what box?
The box that they just
The
found.
empty one we just found.
Dude, no, the box itself is like 6 inches by 2 inches. Yeah, it's not big enough to put armor and coins and all that stuff in.
No, all the jewelry.
Yeah.
And all the platinum.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say it could probably hold the jewelry and the platinum in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Organization at its finest.
Okay.
Onwards to our searching.
All right. As you guys go to step out, you begin to move down the other side of this long lost temple, but that's where we're going to end tonight's game.
Gotcha.
Then a dagger hits you in the back.
Yep. I appreciate everybody hanging with us tonight, and we didn't even have a break. So I appreciate everybody powering through. I wanted to get as far as we could. I was hoping we could almost finish it tonight, but I think we've got at least one more session, depending upon what you guys want to do, right? Once you finish clearing this upper level, you guys have effectively cleared out the creatures that were here, so you've effectively completed your task that the gnome community has asked you. So I'm thinking there's probably going to be at least one more session here. 2 if you guys want to stick around and do other stuff in this place, but I think probably 1 session we'd be able to clear this out. That being said, normally we do not game next week, obviously. However, I would like to game, if we can, I would like to game next Friday, because the Friday after that, which would be our normal gaming, I'm in Barbados, so I will not be able to game. So we either stick to our regular schedule, but that means no game next week, no game the week after that because I'm gone, no game the week after that because that's our off week, and then we would come back to finish this. Or we can try to finish this adventure next week if we are all able to game next Friday. So I don't need an answer right. Yeah, I don't need an answer right now, but you guys just drop in Discord. I'll drop the question in Discord to see what you guys want to do, and you guys let me know. But as of right now, I'm going to assume, and I say that loosely, I'm going to assume that we are going to game next Friday. But if we don't, we don't. That's totally fine with me. You guys just need to let me know in Discord sometime this week, because I know people get busy, people got stuff going on. I know, Josh, you're hella busy as well. But yeah, you guys have just about completed everything that the gnomes ask you guys to do on this particular place. You've gotten rid of the all the bad things and all the critters
Hey,
and stuff like that. So,
Sean,
yep.
the date should be the 9th, not the 11th.
Okay.
For patch wall the 9th, because it was on the 8th of patch wall is when when we fought the gelatinous cube,
Okay.
and then we stayed one night.
Yeah, I think I had those dates wrong, so I went back and looked at some dates and corrected. But I'm not really worried about that right now. We can always discuss, but 1 or 2 days doesn't really matter. But anyway, until then, I am going to find someone that we can bounce to. Let's go see who is online right now. Playmat, Folk and Myth, Mini Ruckus, they're good. Solid D&D, or Solid 10 D&D. Atomic Peanut Butter Group. Let's go over to Atomic Peanut Butter. God, I haven't seen those guys in a while. So I'm going to figure out someone to raid here. Hopefully you guys will hang around for at least a couple minutes so that we can raid over to those guys. But yeah, like I said, we're either next Friday or it's going to be like 4 weeks until we play because we'll have to do our 2 off weeks with a week in between. So we'll decide. We'll figure it out. We'll put it out there, but I'm going to assume right now that we are going to game. So who do we got? Where are they at? Atomic Peanut Butter Group. Are they not there anymore? There they are. So we're going to bounce over to Atomic Peanut Butter Group. We haven't rated them in a while. Hopefully you guys will hang out with us and bounce over there to them. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us this time. Things went fairly smoothly, not too bad. There wasn't really a lot. I decided to bring the trolls back because I really wanted to make sure that we got at least a little bit of combat in, so that you guys could at least do something instead of just searching around and finding stuff. But there's a lot of cool, interesting stuff about this adventure. But in the
We
meantime,
found a shit ton of gold.
oh yeah,
We
you
didn't mind
guys.
finding gold.
No,
Gems.
I know. I mean, absolutely. And like I said, you guys had a big ass boss fight last week or last session, and I want to make sure you got rewarded for it. And the Giants aren't just going to have a little bit of stuff; they're going to have good stuff. So, anyway, we're going to bounce over. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. In the meantime, just remember, in the world, you can be anything you want. All we ask is that you be kind. See you next time. Peace.
Everybody.
See you.
Have a good night, guy.
You
I'll
want,
go low.
yeah, 11. Low it is.